day today has been, am I right? We have a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. We'll get into it. I didn't fix the bot command though. Oh, maybe the mods fixed the bot command. Wait. Oh no, they did. Nice. It's always interesting to see what emotes they pick. Because I always put Simsie Panic at the end of my Y commands. They put Simsie Star just then. It's always kind of cute to see. Anyway, hello everyone. Lots has gone on today. Actually, so much has gone on today. There was a Behind the Sims episode that was shared with us. And in it, there was so much went on. So we gotta talk. We gotta build. Just much to do and think about today. So, what is happening? Oh, you're in for it. You're in for it. If you haven't seen, you're in for it. We'll talk about it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, I thought it was only 15 minutes. Yeah, but you can say a lot of things in 15 minutes, Kyra. You can say a lot of things in 15 minutes when it's a bunch of announcements. All right, let me get the game open. Or at least get the screen capture open so you can see it. And then we'll talk. Kim and Azur and Ross and Sammy and Sadie and Bonnie and Coast. That says Cost. And T-Dog and Line and Chase and Kiwi and Pixie and Annalise and Meg and Maddie and Lenny and Kenda and Simon and Gingy. Oh my god, Miss Jake, Sammy, Little King and Donna and Lauren and Anna and Lucky and Court and Knight. We got Morty and Para and Rachel and Sour and Arctic Fox and Emma. Thank you all for the subs. The merch shop is coming. That's the other thing. The merch shop is coming. All right, let me get this lot loaded into, and then we'll start talking. I'm gonna give people a few minutes to come in before I start talking about stuff, because then I'm gonna have to talk about it again. And there's only so many times that I can say the same thing today, because I already made a video on it, you know? I made a video on it, I told Dan about it, then Dan edited the video on it, and now I'm streaming and I'm talking about it again. So, Simsie merch? No, Sims merch. Sims official merch. That's one of the things they teased today. So, Ari and Bean and Mira and Wistful and Wild and Casey and Say No to Gnomes and Ava and Sailor and Courtney and Maya and Kay and Gwen and Laura and Jenny and Serene and Lady and everybody. How are your kitties? Oh, okay. We can talk about that too. This is the fraudulent Stanley Humphrey, the werewolf version. We'll talk about the cats too. First of all, before we start talking about the things in the live stream today, or the video premiere or whatever you want to call it, they're dropping a trailer for the first stuff pack in 2 years. We haven't had a stuff pack in 2 years. They're dropping the trailer on Thursday when not one, but 2 of my cats are having surgery. Really? Like, really? I know we keep joking about this, but I swear to you, it's every single time. The last trailer came out on the day that I flew to California. And now my cats are having surgery. There's a new trailer. So, guys, I'll let you know when I'm busy next time. I'm going to my grandparents' house in November. Just you wait. I can almost guarantee there's going to be an expansion pack something while I'm there. On my grandpa's birthday, I bet, is when it's going to happen. It's like, how does this keep coming up? How does this keep happening? Anyway, this happens literally every single pack there's a trailer for, but it's okay. It's just kind of funny. I'll be back. I think that Snappy will probably be asked to be picked up around 1. So if the trailer comes out at 11, I should be able to record with it and stuff just fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. So anyway, what's the time in Florida? Oh, it's currently 4 p.m. I don't know why I had to think about that. I saw someone say they removed the headline that says there's going to be 2 kids. They removed the headline about 2 kids. Maybe the kids aren't coming out then. That's very confusing. I don't know. Yeah, Snappy has to get a dental exam and have a couple teeth pulled and also get some chest x-rays done on Thursday. And Frankie is the mom of the kitties that I found. She's getting spayed on Thursday. So both things are happening. this week. You know what's hilarious too is Snappy was supposed to get her teeth pulled on October 2nd, and yesterday the vets called. They said, oh, we have an opening on Thursday. Do you want to come on Thursday instead? And I was like, well, yeah, do it sooner. Help her with her teeth faster. Today, stuff pack. It's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let me pull up a thing so I can show you. YouTube.com/The Sims. Because there's been quite a bit that is going on. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Oops. I'm trying to see if I can grab this appropriately. And it is... I'm pulling my own video. Oops. Okay. Try this again. The Sims. I want to see if I can show you guys some screenshots, or at least something, while we discuss what's going on. So if you missed it, there was a Behind the Sims episode today. This is the third one ever. The first one, they announced Project Rene and stuff. It was kind of a big deal. They called it the Summit. Then this one is just regular for the most part. And so it was the last one where they're doing more like everyday updates. So we got the roadmap for the next few months for the rest of the year. So from like September to December. And then we also got a couple announcements about the packs that are coming and a base game update. So specifically, first of all, and perhaps most excitingly, the pack that is coming is going to be a stuff pack. We're getting a stuff pack. We haven't had a stuff pack since January of 2021. The last stuff pack was the paranormal stuff pack. And I think everybody's been kind of sad because we were all like, oh my God, that was the best stuff pack. And then they just stopped making them. But they've announced a stuff pack. And it's called Home Chef Hustle. It looks like they've teased a kitchen set and a little bit of like cooking stuff. They kind of ended, here's a picture of the kitchen set. They kind of ended the little teaser section by showing off a couple things. Number one, a waffle maker, which is kind of cool. And they also showed at the very end of this segment a couple, oh, here's some of the waffles. They showed at the end of the segment, we'll get back to this part, but they showed a sim who was like standing at like a baking stand or something, maybe selling some home-cooked food, and you can see some pizzas there too. So they had teased like some small appliances or whatever in the thing. We haven't seen about the waffle maker. I'm wondering if there's going to be a pizza oven too. And then obviously you could probably sell, I'm guessing, this stuff, which is kind of interesting. And then the clothing will be like apron type kitchen-y themed, and the build mode will be probably a kitchen set. So it's just an interesting pack. I really like the idea of this. They also talked about a couple base game updates in the process. They talked about freeing the cupcakes, as in you'll be able to make cupcakes in the oven instead of in the cupcake machine. I mean, you could probably still do it in the cupcake machine, but they're like making it so you can use them in a regular oven finally after like 9 years of us asking them to do that. And they're also going to work on the cooking menu UI. That'll be a base game update too, it sounds like. So interesting stuff coming out in here, same time as the Dine Out refresh. Why do you think there's going to be a Dine Out refresh? I've seen 2 people say that. They haven't said anything about a Dine Out refresh. This is just a stuff pack about being a home cook. It doesn't really have anything to do with Dine Out. It seems like you're like cooking at home, not running a restaurant. So I don't think it has anything to do with Dine Out at all. I mean, a lot of us would like that, but I don't think they're going to be doing any sort of refresh of any pack ever again. I think that they did the spa day refresh, hoping people would buy the pack again, and then they didn't, so they don't want to do more refreshes. They never said that, but they did a refresh, not out of the goodness of their hearts, but because they want you to buy the pack. So they're not going to refresh a pack that A, already sells well, or B, if they think that the refresh won't make you buy it more. So I think that the reason they refreshed Spa Day is because not many people bought it, and it was a really old pack, like one of the first ones. So there was like a test experiment. Do you think that if we refresh Spa Day, more people will want to buy it for the new stuff? And the answer is probably not. I don't think that many people bought it afterward, so I don't think they'll do a refresh again. It was fun. I liked it. I would love for them to do more, but again, they don't really do this sort of thing out of the goodness of their hearts. So I wouldn't get your hopes up for a pack refresh on Dine Out. This is funny though, this stuff pack, because I don't know how many of you remember, but back like maybe a year ago, maybe when kits first came out, I forget, I made a video talking about the kind of things I'd like to see from kits. Like, I kind of made a video discussing some kit concepts I was thinking of, one being like curtains. But I made a couple gameplay kit ideas kind of going off of the vacuuming stuff. We don't have any gameplay kits after the first one, but I was talking specifically about a small appliances kit where like the kit would be like smoothie maker, and it would come with like the blender or a couple blenders and a bunch of new blender recipes to make smoothies. And now this stuff pack, there's no blender, it looks like. It's a waffle maker, but it's similar vibes. So I feel like I kind of manifested that a little bit. I made that video like literally a year ago. Jelly, the resolution, it's bad, I know. We're not trying to read this. It's just a poor quality thing, but it doesn't really make a difference. This is just a picture of the UI. It's the regular base game stuff. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting, so... Isn't this just cool kitchen stuff again? I don't think so, Nikki. The cool kitchen stuff was about making like ice cream. I guess I can see where you're coming from a little bit, but it sounds like there's going to be more of an emphasis on earning money off of this stuff because they mentioned it out loud. I don't know. I imagine that there's going to be some different stuff, and just because they gave us one kitchen-related pack doesn't mean we can't do kitchen packs again. I think that would really suck, actually. It's like, oh, we got the kitchen pack 6 years ago, so too bad, no more kitchen stuff. Like, anyway. Yeah, it says prepped veggies, so I wonder if there's going to be a prepping feature in the pack. I don't know. We don't really know much about it yet. The trailer's supposed to come out on Thursday, so we'll have more information about the trailer and stuff on Thursday when it actually comes out. It's hard to make guesses now off this. But the other thing after the stuff pack was the roadmap that came out talking about the new stuff that's coming by the end of the year. And this is really intriguing because it says one tasty stuff pack. Okay, we knew about that. They just showed us that. One neighborly expansion pack. And there's like a house key. There's 2 keys. We got some mail. There was a teapot. There's more pizza here, so that's kind of more for the pizza oven. So some people have been saying maybe it's apartments. Obviously, hard to say. Neighborly can mean a lot of things. I'm hoping it's apartments. That was my like initial thought too, and I almost didn't want to say it out loud because I was like, what if it's not? I'm gonna be so sad. But like, I don't know. We'll see. But so that's gonna be coming out by December. So this year. Which is very, very, very interesting. I'm really, really intrigued by that. September to December, get busy. So what if it's hotels? Okay, you guys, it says neighborly. When you hear the word neighborly, you think of visiting a hotel. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You think of neighborhoods and living, not visiting. Come on, get it together. We can't be stretching it this far. The apartment thing is probably already a stretch. I've been saying this for years, though, ever since City Living, even before City Living. It was like, I want to build apartments. I want to build townhouses. I want to do this and that. And this year, it seems like they've been in there giving in to the community's demands era. Like with horses and the baby update and the family pack with growing together. So if they are really in there giving into the community's demands era, it might be like a, I don't know, townhouse pack. What does that actually mean though? Like what would it come, I don't know, what would come with it? But I'm curious, I'm intrigued. And it'll come out by the end of the year. My guess, full transparency, I haven't a clue about this. I'll tell you this, I knew about growing together because I built for it. I knew about horses because they told me about it 2 years ago. I haven't a clue about this. They have not told me a single peep about this, so I really don't know. And I'm really intrigued by it. But I don't know about this. So I have no idea what to expect from it, which is kind of interesting. But maybe 2 years is a stretch. They told me about horses when they asked me to build for growing together. So maybe a year, not 2. But you knew about that already. I told you this when horses came out. This isn't a surprise. I've talked about this already. Stop being so dramatic. I don't know about this though. Anyway, so I'm curious to see what this will end up being. I was gonna say, I think my guess would be that it will probably come out in November. The problem is, this is like proper holiday time. I don't think it'll come out in October because we would probably know about it by now, or know about it soon if it was. They've been doing about a month in advance of a like trailer drop. So if we're gonna judge based off of that, okay, I'm guessing if the stuff pack is being announced on Thursday, maybe 1 or 2 weeks from then, the stuff pack will come out. So I would say stuff pack maybe on the 21st or on the 28th. That's my guess. We don't know. I'm just guessing. They'll probably want a little bit of space in between that. So I'm assuming that they'll announce the expansion pack at some point in October. And then maybe it comes out in November. But the problem is, November, like, we're getting into Thanksgiving time and like Christmas time, and the team's not going to be in the office for a lot of that. So I don't know. If it were me, I would probably release it before Thanksgiving, but I don't know. I don't know. This is the first time we've gotten 3 expansion packs in a year. So yeah, Snowy Escape came out in November, but I forget what day exactly. November 13th, early November. It was announced October 19th and released November 13th. So that's kind of what I was guessing. Like I said, like about a month time, and then coming out in mid to early November. So if I were them, that's what I would do. I would announce it in October and then drop it in mid to early November, but I don't know. I know you're all gonna sit here and be like, you're lying, you know. I'm gonna say it again. I would be such an idiot to sit here and be like, I think the pack's gonna come out on November 15th, if they had actually told me that. In fact, I asked them today and they didn't tell me. So I promise you I don't know. I wouldn't be sat here speculating if I did. They would never tell me anything. If I did know, I would never sit here and do that, because then I would ruin my relationship with them. Anyway, so yeah, kind of exciting stuff announced today. They also talked about Project Rene a little bit. When I hear about Project Rene, it makes me feel so scared inside. So here's the big Sims 5 news, all right? I'm gonna make a stretch here. I don't think it's the Sims 5, and that's what's scaring me about this. But from what they were talking about, there was a whole lot of talk about how it's gonna coexist alongside The Sims 4, and it's gonna be a different Sims experience. And they've never called it The Sims 5. We only did that. So the very specific choice to never say it's like, anyway, so that part, super nerve-wracking. The fact it's cross-platform and on mobile, oh my god. Ew, so scared about that. This is like making me like cringe inside thinking about it. I don't know. They did say a couple things that made me feel a bit better. I've been talking a lot about how I think it's going to be free, and then worried about how it's going to have a subscription model. They confirmed it's going to be free, and they said that it's not going to have a subscription model. So what I mean by that is, like with a subscription model on a game, it'd be like the Sims 4 base game is free to play, and then you could pay $10 a month to get all the expansion packs, or I don't know how much it would cost. But I was worried that it would be something like that, and I was like, I don't want that. Well, they specifically said out loud it was not gonna be a subscription model in this. There is gonna be DLC. And they said something along the lines of like, obviously the game's not made yet, okay? They're talking like so generically about this because it doesn't exist. But they're talking about like potential future plans, and to give an example, they might add into the base game seasons so everybody gets weather, but then have a pack that's like winter sports. So you get like bonus stuff if you buy the pack, but the main seasons feature is base game. So I assume that could probably be spread out to things like pets and stuff, but I don't know because they haven't said, and I'm not even sure that they know. I think that they probably don't even know what they're going to do with that yet, because it sounds like this is like really early development. Like such early development. So I think it's hard to make any final calls on this because even they probably don't know. It seems genuinely to me, I thought this already, but I think the stuff that we've seen from Rene is just prototypes. Like the build mode they showed a few months ago literally is just a prototype. It's not like the real game. They're just showing, here's what we're thinking about doing. And then that stuff that leaked, prototype. Like I guarantee that's not actually what the game is going to look like at all. They're making like concepts and experimenting with concepts and discussing concepts and talking so big picture still. I don't think that they they're still working on it. So you wish they did announce Project Renesmee? Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting to be let in years in advance. I find it kind of cool to hear about. It's hard though because it's nearly impossible to announce something this soon and not have people make like predetermined negative opinions on it. Like I'm sat here like, oh no. As soon as they showed the mobile phone, I was like, oh my God. So it's really hard for them to announce things this soon with nothing to show for themselves. They only have like, they're just talking and they're saying a whole lot of words that don't mean a lot. So it's just, I don't know, it's hard for us to not have opinions. No, there's no release date, Mythical Sounds. There's not gonna be a release date. I don't think you guys understand how early this is. It sounds to me like they are like we're in like planning phases, okay? This game's probably gonna come out in like years, 5+ years, like years, I bet, for the game to be finished. They've never said that, that's just a guess, but based on how they're talking about this, it's not like, there is no release date because the game's not even being made. Like, I think that it's, like, super early. I mean, they're working on it, but not, like... Anyway. No, there's no estimate. This is, like, years and years away. And The Sims 4, it sounds like they're planning on co-supporting The Sims 4 and whatever this game ends up being for the foreseeable future. So, The Sims 4 has already been around for 10 years. I think The Sims 4 will be around for 10 more years. They're committing to this in The Sims 4. So, yeah. You personally are happy about that? Well, I'm not mad about that. It's just really weird and different from what we're used to with The Sims. And I would like to see The Sims evolve and have a Sims 5. Thinking about this Project Rene not being The Sims 5... to me, is like, I don't know. It's like very shocking and kind of like a bombshell break of how I envisioned like the next few years of my life going, you know? Like, this is gonna sound really weird, but obviously my entire world revolves around The Sims. Like, everything about my life is The Sims. So I was under the impression that there would be a Sims 5 in like 5 years, maybe. But now it sounds like there's gonna be like Sims Online 2, and it's gonna coexist alongside The Sims 4, and it's not gonna be a fully fledged Sims game. It's gonna be like a new Sims experience. Is kind of what they were saying in the live stream today. What does that mean? Like, it could very well be very cool. I just, it's kind of making me feel weird. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? What is this new Sims experience that you're trying to tell me about? And they haven't said, so it's just like, it makes me nervous. It might not be a bad thing. It's probably gonna be cool. It's just like, so different from what I was expecting, I guess. And I'm really like spitballing here based on a couple things that Lindsay said. You can't really make any final calls on this yet. It's so early. I'm just nervous. Can it be The Sims 5 still? I mean, it might be, Pigeon. It very well could be The Sims 5 still. I'm just basing what they said today. Makes me feel like it's not. I think they're telling us in many words, without actually outright saying it, that it's not The Sims 5. It's another Sims experience. But anyway, I'm sorry, by the way, to Mercy for having you just on the screen while I'm talking. I feel bad. But I don't know. Is the Sims 5 Project Rene, are those two different things? No, so there is no Sims 5. There is just Project Rene. The question is Project Rene The Sims 5? Or is it a different thing entirely? That's what we don't know. that's what we're kind of discussing and guessing about. But we shall see. So there's a free Sims 5. Well, The Sims 4 is free now. I figured that when they did that, it was because they were testing, because they wanted to make this next one free. So, and also it helps them get a new player base to keep buying their expensive packs. So, but why not say free to play? Why are they being so specific with that wording, free to download? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't really think about that. It does say free to download and not free to play. I mean, I'm sure that it's possible to play a little bit free. That's hilarious. I didn't really think about that. It's a mobile game, though. They also said in the thing, I forget what the exact wording was, but Lindsay was like, it's going to be free to download, and there isn't going to be like an energy system or something like a lot of mobile games have. I don't know. And there is a lot of talk about this mobile stuff, and that's not what I want. When they first were mentioning this, I thought it was going to be a PC game that had like a baby version on mobile that you could like switch between. So if you wanted to, you could like make a sim on mobile, but then get them onto your PC and play the full game on your PC. But they just keep talking about mobile stuff, and I'm not interested in that. I know it's good and it like opens it up to more players and things, but I'm so uninterested in a game that is optimized for mobile and is a mobile game. I just don't want that. I don't want that at all. That isn't The Sims to me. I don't play Sims Mobile. I don't play Sims Free Play. The Sims is a PC game to me. I don't have any desire to play it on things that aren't, like, I just don't know. But yeah, it's like the Sims core is not interested in the mobile part. I think that's like some sort of new way to try and get a new player base. Because most of the Sims players don't care about that and don't want that. But I assume they're trying to like open it up to new people, because a lot of people play mobile games, but not the core of the Sims audience. But anyway, it's too late. It's gonna be on mobile. It's just my concern is I don't want the PC version to suffer at the hands of it trying to work on mobile. Like, I want the PC version to be good in a fully fledged game. If there is like a smaller version that is also on mobile, that's fine. But I don't want the PC to suffer at its expense. Does that make sense? I don't want it to be a mobile game that I can play on my computer. I want it to be a computer game that I can play on mobile if I want. You know? Like, you picture me, you think I'm gonna be sat here making a Sims video on my phone? I won't. I mean, I might if I have to, but I mean, like, I don't know. And I do play some mobile games, but like, I don't want to play The Sims on mobile. I want to play my little word games on mobile. I don't come to my phone for The Sims. It just makes me nervous. I want it to be a PC experience that also works on my phone, so. You want to see me play Sims Mobile? I mean, I've played Sims Mobile before, like, years ago. And I have played Sims Free Play, like, honestly, maybe 10 years ago. But it's been a while since I played either of them. So. Someday the keyboard and mouse gamers are going to be the dinosaurs. Yeah, maybe. I know they're trying to fit with the future with this by, like, making it work on mobile and stuff. But I still stand by what I said. I'm not mad about it having an option on mobile. I just don't want it to suffer at the expense. Like, I don't want you to make some weird game that, like, has less because you want it to be the same on mobile and PC. Like, it's just not what I was picturing from The Sims. So. Anyway. Anyway, well, exactly, right? Like, the mobile games that I play on my phone they're nothing like The Sims. That, like, I don't know, I don't come to EA and to The Sims for games like that. Like, I play a handful of mobile games, but most of them, again, are word games. And also, like, they're just different. It's a different experience. It's a different goal that I have when I want to play them, like, I don't know. But I'm sure it's going to be fine and good and cool. It's just a little different than what we were expecting. And we don't even know that. We're just assuming based on what they said today. So I'm really like, she said so many words that really amounted to so little. Like, she was just talking and talking and talking, and all the things resulted in me being more confused. So, and I love Lindsay. It's not her fault. You just have to talk about it like this, you know? But it's all very vague on purpose. That's very intentional. Valkyrie, Amelia, Alien, Amy, Love for All Peoples, and Angelina, Jana, and Krista, thank you all for the subs and stuff. Can't believe stuff packs are back. I know! I'm so excited. I've wanted like a small appliances kind of vibe for so long. So I'm really intrigued by that. More Finalizing info. So they did a live stream, or like it wasn't live, it was a video that they premiered on YouTube. But they did a video on the Sims YouTube channel today. It was like 15 minutes long, called Behind the Sims. And it was like a couple interviews with some game developers and a couple announcements about 2 more Sims packs that are coming and some Project Rene stuff. If you're looking for it, I also made a video on my channel going over everything and talking about like my thoughts on it. So if you care to hear. Another stuff pack? Are you mad about the thought of a stuff pack? I'm so excited. The thought of a stuff pack again gets me so excited. I loved the paranormal stuff pack. This, to me, I was like, this is the best stuff pack they ever made. And then they just never made one again. So I've been like desperately wanting a stuff pack. The thought of a stuff pack instead of a kit this year, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to have like a fully fledged, think about it. Think about like your favorite kit, the greenhouse kit, okay, for me. Imagine if it had new gameplay and new cast stuff. Triple the stuff, double the price. Amazing, amazing. So that's, I'm excited about the thought of a new stuff pack, so. Anyway. Anyway, okay. The last game pack we got was werewolves, and that was last year. That was last summer. So it's been a while since we had a game pack too. In their defense, it makes sense now that this year we haven't gotten a lot of stuff pack or game packs because they've been making 3 expansion packs. We've never had 3 expansion packs in a year before. When we got 2, I was excited because I was like, wow, it's been years since we had 2 expansion packs. And now they're making a 3rd? They announced they didn't announce it. They teased the 3rd today. So we know we're getting a 3rd pack. I thought we were done for the year. Literally yesterday, we were sat here on stream talking like, oh, what do you think they're going to announce in the stream tomorrow? And I was joking. I was like, okay, here's how it's going to go. We're going to get a Simlish word in English. We're going to get an interview with a game dev. We're going to get some weenie half announcement for Project Rene. And then maybe if we're lucky, we'll get the roadmap. And it's going to say, 2 exciting new kits. So I had very low expectations for The Sims 4. I didn't think there was going to be anything good. So an expansion pack and a stuff pack is huge. Anyway. COVID side effects are wearing off. Yeah, I think for sure that's part of it. I think they for sure caught back up a little bit more. It also seems like they've expanded the team a lot. It looks like this new stuff pack was made by a team in Europe, which is pretty cool. It's growing. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be row houses. I hope so, King. I like having a townhouse or the ability to make a custom like multi-family lot to me is like absolute dream level. Like, I would love that. I would love that. So, I'm very excited. I wonder what the world will be like. It's interesting because they were talking about in the stuff pack section, they were talking about because the team that made the stuff pack is based in Europe, they were having a lot of European influence in the like kitchen style and in the furniture pieces and in like the kind of waffles they made. And I just think that's really cool. I'm excited about that, so. Anyway, do I think there'll be apartments? Here's my thoughts on this, okay? I hope so bad that there are apartments. That is my dream, but I'm almost scared to say it out loud because what if there's not? Because I gotta be honest, I have been burned one too many times. San Sequoia should have had apartments. It didn't need to have like custom built apartments, but San Sequoia should have had apartments. It should have. It just should have. I want more Worlds with apartments. And The fact that it didn't come with them is so sad. So now I'm like almost scared to talk about my desire for apartments because I know I'm gonna get sad again. Because every time I say, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if we had apartments? Wouldn't it be so cool if we customized apartments? And then we never can. We never can. But like neighborly expansion pack, what does that even mean? Neighbor could mean so many things. But hustle and bustle, like, I don't know, city vibes? I would like that. I would like that. Manifested apartments too, Bessie. Well, what I was saying earlier when we first went live was like, this year seems like the era of giving the Sims community what they've been begging for. Like, we got the baby update. We got the family pack. We got the horse pack. They brought stuff packs back. And now with this neighborly thing, do you think it could be apartments? Like, this is the era of just giving in to our demands. They've made like, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was apartments because at this rate, dream big, they'll probably make it. We'll get fairies soon then. Could you imagine? I still don't know what fairies would be like in The Sims 4. I've been playing with a fairy in The Sims 3, so I'm re-familiarizing myself, but that's like the main thing. Fairies are probably the #1 request right now from the Sims community, is they want fairies really bad, so. Hotels? Hotels are my #1 request, but I don't see as many people talking about hotels. That's, I mean, a lot of you talk about, a lot of you talk about hotels, but I don't know if, I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't think we're gonna get cars. I still stand by that, you guys. I can't imagine how they could go back and retrofit cars into any of the other worlds, but I don't know. I could be wrong eventually. All right. Fairy bed and breakfast. Oh, imagine. Imagine. Okay. Okay. Shall we start building? All the employees are in the guest rooms. All right, let me show you around. Basically, what I have crafted here is a fake cruise ship. It's a big, giant, fake boat. And what we're doing is we're trying to furnish it like a real life cruise ship, but also maybe more like it's like a large yacht and a small cruise ship, okay? But it has some cruise ship amenities. Like, this is the lobby. There's gonna be a kids area, obviously a bathroom there. We've got a bowling alley. We're gonna have a theater space down here. A lot of cruise ships have like live entertainment and stuff. Upstairs, this is where all of the rooms are. So there's 5 guest rooms and a gym that I'm still working on. All the guest rooms have balconies. This will be like the ship's library. A lot of boats have, or cruise ships have like small libraries, not big, but small with books on board. This is gonna be a cafe in here. This is where the captain drives the boat. You can see his view. I'm gonna adjust that. That was mostly a joke. Up here, this is the restaurant. So we'll have the restaurant in this area. This is the spa, so you'll come in and shower. You can get massage, use the sauna, get your nails done. This is gonna be a fancy suite. So it's gonna have a private balcony and stuff over here. And then upstairs again, there's some seating. Still working on this. There's hot tubs. We've got some seating up here. There's a big pool area. And there's kind of like a cool bar space that I've already worked on. This part's more done than the rest. So we've got like a little stage space. We got the bar, some tables, a dance floor. All kinds of cool things like that. Anyway, that's what we've been working on. So we're still working on furnishing it, obviously, because there's so much left to do. I think I'm gonna dedicate today mostly to trying to furnish this main rest of this floor. Because I feel like once I get more of this floor done, I'll be way happier. So that's step 1. That is step 1. Okay. I think that, oh, move objects on. We'll start getting through here more. Is this a cruise ship? Yeah, it is. Indeed it is. Okay, I'm gonna move you quickly, just for a sec, so I can build something. Then I'll put it back. Is this a sad stream? Like Simsie After Dark? It's 4 p.m. This is when I'm usually live. Oh. Okay. Okay. I always forget how to best, oh, I need to build ceiling and then there, okay. Okay, I will draw a wall there, I think. Cute. Oh, maybe I should have this be open then. Do you want it to be open? Then it's like open all the way. If this boat was real, how much would you charge for the rooms? Oh, loads. It would be pricey. Oh, cat update. I haven't done a cat update today either. Okay, my cat update. I've had a traumatizing day, I'm not gonna lie, with the cat situation. So what I did was Snappy and the kittens saw each other inside for the first time. They had seen each other through the glass of my patio door, because Snappy sits on our patio a lot and there's a door to the patio from the kittens' room. Anyway, so I let them meet inside through a gate today for the first time before I went live, and it went exactly as expected. Nothing bad happened. This is completely normal. It's just very emotionally draining for me because I feel like an evil person. But Snappy was hissing at the babies a lot. Not a lot. She was growling and she hissed a couple times. So that happened, but they did see each other. Shrimp, completely unfazed, just looked at her like, okay, lady, which I get. She was being really dramatic. And then Sunny was also just kind of like, are you seeing this? Yikes. And then Sunny hissed twice back at Snap because she was like, oh, so we're hissing? Okay. I have never seen Shrimp hiss in his life, and to this day, he has never hissed. Sunny used to hiss at me when we first found her in the sewer. So I'm used to that from her, but it's been a couple months. But anyway, there's big drama. But I think Sunny was like, oh, so we're hissing now? Okay. Two can play at this game. But it could have been worse. This is very normal. Cats take time to adjust to each other. We've been doing a very slow introduction process of like space trading and stuff. The kittens don't care about her. I think Sunny only hissed back. It was a reaction thing because she wasn't hissing in the beginning. And Shrimp doesn't care. But Snappy, she cares because she's really terrified of the sewer rats that I brought into the house. But they're fine. I got them checked out, Snap. They have no sewer problems. And they're babies. Like, grow up. But anyway, it's very normal. This is just how cats are. So they'll take a lot of time to adjust to each other, but Steph is like, I could smell the sewer on these things. But yeah, they met like through a gate. Only very briefly, and then went back in their own separate ways. So will the kittens be here on stream? We've had them on stream a couple times. They haven't been on stream today, but we have had them on stream a couple times. Do you want to see a picture of Snappy seeing them? You can't really tell that there's a sewer rat in there, but that is the sewer rat. And that is the old cat. So. Look at her stance. Sorry, I really shouldn't laugh at her. She's so scared. I'm being so mean by laughing at her. But Grandma over here is terrified of the babies. Get these kids off my lawn. Anyway, that's little tiny Shrimp. She's showing them who's boss. I did tell her that when she was hissing at them. I was like, you tell them who's boss, Snappy. You stand your ground. This is your house. You teach these kids how to behave. But anyway, slow introductions. We're working on it. I'm gonna try and feed them on either side of the gate today. For dinner. We eat on either side of the door, usually. But we're gonna eat on either side of the gate today. Maybe a little bit farther away than that. But I want Snap to be able to see them, and hopefully she'll eat while I do that. But anyway, I'm doing my best trying to introduce them very slowly to make things as easy as possible for them. Oh, and then the other thing, I'm gonna show you this too. The other thing is that I have, look at this. Let me play it out loud for you. Oh, I guess I need to maybe mute the, Sims 2 soundtrack so we can listen to this. This is Shrimp learning the gate is there. The kittens do fit through the gate. It's mostly there as like an extra barrier for when the cats were meeting each other face to face. But listen to Shrimp trying to get through and crying. Shrimp, come here. Oh.
Shrimp's crying.
He wanted to get his little head through the gate and he couldn't. But if you just tried the one to the left, you can get your head through that one. You're on the edge. You can't get your head through that one. And it was so funny because he was the first. I opened the door to their room and like showed them, you know, Snappy was on her patio so she couldn't see them. I opened the door to their room to show him. And he came out first all excited to come look through. And then he was like, oh man, I can't get through. And then Sunny comes up. Shrimp's like sat there like, meow, I can't get through. And Sunny just walks right through it, not a care in the world. She didn't even have to try. But it's because he's trying to put his giant head through this one. It's skinnier. Put it through one of the other ones, you can get it through. But it made me feel really bad for him because his sister just went right through no problem. And he couldn't get his head through that one. But they did figure it out. It's okay. It's okay. Oops. Boys. Boys will be boys. Big head, small brain, apparently. But they're doing really well. Everyone's doing really well. We're working on it. So, your doll learned how to open up the baby gate you have? Oh my god, really? That's funny. My parents have a bunch of baby gates because of their dogs, and they don't know how to open them. One of the baby gates is literally just rested against like an archway, and the dogs don't even try and get through that, and they very easily could. But the dogs don't even try. It's just rested there, but they're like, oh, it's a gate. Oh no. But anyway, let's build now, shall we? I keep getting distracted. I got this part fixed up now, so that's good. That is good. All right. So I was thinking about putting, do you guys think that there should be hardwood floors throughout most of this? And also, this is going to be the cafe, so I don't know. Your birds are like that. The female can open the food container and free herself, and he just flies around in a panic. Oh my god. Usually they have carpet, I think. Yeah, they do usually have carpet, but I don't know if I want to put carpet like everywhere on this floor, because I think that's kind of ugly. Maybe we could have carpet in the hallway. Like just in that space. And then we can do wood in the other areas. I don't know. It'll help muffle the sounds. There you go. We're thinking about this too much. We're definitely thinking about this too much. It's okay, it's kind of fun. I think it does help to break it up, right? It helps to separate the areas and stuff. The question is, should we bother giving the captain a place to drive his boat? I should, because I want to put a gnome in there. Okay, never mind, I will. I could make that place into a bigger section for the cafe. But I think I want the gnome to be able to use it. Okay, oh god. Your tea is gone cold. Uh-oh, Tilly, that's no good. That is no good. Is there a boat captain gnome? Oh, I don't know. I think I like that being a little open though, right? Let me see. Wiggly, thanks for the 30 months. We do have this person. So they could be the... Oh my god, you guys, look! They hinted at the poolside splash kit. Sorry. That came out when the pool update came out to the base game. There's also the party gnome. There's the Grim Reaper gnome. I usually use the business gnome. He's like, I don't know how to drive this ship. I got one hand on my cash though, and I'm giving it a try. I forgot the growing together gnome. Literally, oh my god. There is a captain gnome. You weren't kidding? That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Okay, let's figure this out first. We'll start here. Size him up? No, I was gonna let him be small. I think it's funny that he's small. And he has his own like little baby wheel right there. I usually put the gnomes, I usually have like the little tiny gnome at the desks. Like that's kind of my normal method. So I kind of want to continue it. Do you think he even knows how to drive? He's from The Sims 4. No one in The Sims 4 knows how to drive. Okay, I have to give him a little stool. Also, I suppose I did like actually extend this out and put windows in here now, so fine. Okay, he needs a chair. What sort of chair do you think? There is that like little stool from Jungle Adventure. He's gonna drive the ship. He can't see out those windows, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't know. I need to find like, what do you think the place where they drive looks like on a real cruise ship? There's probably so much tech. This is the thing, like I'm putting this silly little wheel, but in real life, they probably have like this, you know? Bigger windows? Oh no, it looks bad from the outside. I already thought about it. He's stuck with these, unfortunately. But they're gonna have a bunch of computer systems and controls. So maybe I could get that. Are we going realistic or playable? Well, the rest of this is gonna be playable and a little bit realistic. This part's just for the memes. This part is neither realistic nor playable. It's just fun, is all. Okay, they need some chairs. These are astronaut chairs. Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, here's an idea. Guys, I figured it out, don't worry. I'll put it on a slight platform for him so we can see a little bit better out the window. That'll be good. Why not a huge platform? I mean, I could, but I was gonna try and get, I guess if I put a big platform, I could put staircases, and that might give some space filler. The problem is, the staircases kind of ruin the vibes. Oh, we could do it like this. How about that, you guys? What do you think? And he can actually see this way. I'm sorry, it's too funny. I love this. Spaceship vibes. Okay, is there any sort of like, maybe Strangerville has some of the things that we need. Emergency supplies. This guy does not feel confident in his driving abilities. He's like, we might need to watch out. This is an air conditioner. You probably wouldn't have that, but Pillar of opulence. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's annoying. I can't size it down because I should put gnomes in the other chairs too, huh? What even is that? Maybe I'll put the ones with the floaties in there. Or we could get 2 different kinds of gnomes. Maybe the gnome with the floaty can go in this chair. And then I can put maybe the business gnome, because he's always in my buildings. The business gnome is always here. Oh no, because I'll put the business gnome downstairs working the front desk. We have to get a different one. Maybe the Grim Reaper gnome. Okay, full staff. We have a lovely, lovely staff here, ready to help us out. Katie, Sim, Space Volcano, thanks for the subs. Here's a tactical map. Maybe this is like the map of the ports that we're going to. You guys, this is kind of weird. Oh, good. Yeah, exactly. We have the Grim Reaper gnome just in case. Just in case. I'm starting to think we shouldn't trust this crew. Why? I don't get it. What's the issue? Is there a reason that you think we should all be concerned? Do you have a kitchen? We do have space for a kitchen, but we haven't put the kitchen in yet. There will be kitchen by the restaurant. No. What if I was thinking, the reason I went and got the industrial loft kit is because I was thinking that it might be interesting if we had like some pipes in here. I don't know. I don't know. It's all just an experiment, isn't it? Okay, that's annoying. Huh. I think that seems good. Right? Anything that we can do to make this seem a little bit more, I don't know if they would actually have those in here, but it's good to have little vents and stuff. And maybe I can look at some of the things from City Living. I feel like in real life, this would not be this easily accessible by the regular guests on the ship. Like, we probably should not have this just kind of there. It's probably really, really dangerous, in fact, that the guests can easily access this and it's not like a crew exclusive. But it's okay. We have a door. The door is locked, it's fine. Okay. I feel good about this. Do you? There's a door with a key card. I guess that's true. We could get like, maybe we could, this is gonna be a little bit wacky, okay? But what if we used this door and then I had like, we double layer it a little bit, okay? And then we get a normal door on the other side. So visually to the guests, it's not really jarring, but it is still closed off so that no one can go in there, that it isn't supposed to. Oh, now it's getting wacky? Yes, yes, this is the wacky part. This is the part that's wacky. It's just the door. Tori and Buffy, Katie, thanks for the subs. Nothing else about this was weird at all. I might put some lockers. I don't know. The gnomes are gonna need a spot to put their belongings. Okay. Gnomes are running the show, aren't they? Maybe a crew area? I don't know. We did talk a little bit about the thought of adding in a crew area, and we decided against it. Oh, there's no... Oh. There's no windows in this cafe. That is actually pretty bad, isn't it? No, that surely happens a lot in real life cruise ships because surely so often, like, it's in the middle of the boat. You know? Maybe I could put little... We should use some of these in some places. We can try and make it cozy. How about that? Pictures of the ocean instead of windows. See, that'll be good. Okay, this is the little cafe part. I'll get this. I'll have to put some little tables in here too. Maybe we could have the cafe sort of in the middle. It might not hurt to have a public little bathroom too. Because there's not any other public bathrooms on this floor. It's all gym and guest rooms, so. We do have windows like portholes. I was using them down here. I'm not gonna use them in here though, I don't think. Oh, a big mural could be a fun idea. I do like that concept. I wonder if we could try to, I don't know. It might be a cute way to decorate. Did I save the game? No. I will though. Fighting Fish, thank you for the sub. And Happy Sassy and Small Katie, thank you all so much. It's called the Sunrise Cafe. How about that? We can try and use some fun colors. Okay, I can make this work, I believe. What type of lot is it? Purple, we haven't really decided what lot type we're planning on using. I'm thinking that I'm gonna class it probably most likely as a bar. But it's also gonna function as a spa. As you can see, I'm making it functional as a cafe. So I don't know 100% what I'm gonna upload it to the gallery as, but I do know that we've got some options, basically. Oh, no, I want to use one of the... Oh, this would have been cute though, wouldn't it? Oh. It's a totally different vibe though, and this is not... Does the restaurant system work if it's not listed as a restaurant? No, it won't function as a restaurant unless you turn it into a restaurant, but it's gonna have a restaurant, so you could use it as a restaurant too, if you so desired. Do you think I should use that? I think I might use one of the regular menus. There's ones from university and stuff too. And this might be good. This is like food menu vibes. That's bar menu vibes. Do you think I need this? I don't have a menu anywhere. Oh no, I have, that's the menu, never mind. Is this a vacation lot? No. It's not gonna be a vacation rental. I'm actually building it intentionally to not be a vacation rental. We're trying to make this into a place that you can pretend is a hotel. So it's not going to function like a hotel in the ways that you might, sorry, it's not gonna function like a vacation rental in the way that the Sims lots usually do. So I don't want it to be a rental. I want it to be like a community lot so that there's actually Sims coming here and stuff. It's kind of more what I was thinking. I want all these different rooms to be like really themed. At least that's kind of what I was going for. I don't know, maybe that could be a storage room for the employees, and then I could get maybe like a counter behind this. You can't lock doors for other Sims if you don't own it, no. So you can't like lock Sims out of your room in this place, but the bonus is that other Sims don't spend the night. You'll be the only one sleeping over, most likely, if you have your Sims stay on this lot, so. Okay. Maybe I will put like a wall and then make your Sims walk through there to get to it. Okay, that's not so bad. That feels more like it. Okay. Okay, 13-week traveler Mims, thank you for the subs. I guess I could use the back from the boba counter if I wanted to. I didn't really think about that. That might be better. Look, I guess the menu could go on this wall then. The boba stuff from high school years, there's like, this thing, which is kind of exactly what we need for this. Has huge cafe vibes to it. So we could even maybe make it come in a fun color, but I don't know if that's bad or not. Maybe lime green is good. Okay. Oops. Shall I do 2? Is it okay if there's 2? Probably shouldn't use this tile then, if we do that. Okay, that's better. Is this a no pack build? No. Hello? What are you doing? It thinks I'm like trying to edit the floors. I'm not. Hello? Are you frozen in? Okay, that was so weird. Sorry. I was trying to grab this. Ah! Not again. I want the door. Oh my god. I can't click on the door. There we go. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. All right. I know it's in ceiling mode, but I was trying to turn it out of ceiling mode and it wasn't letting me. That was the problem. It keeps thinking I was eye dropping the ceiling, which is why I kept doing that, but anyway, I wasn't. We can get a little menu there. That's cute, right? So I'm gonna do some little tables and chairs in here, I think. Honestly, high school years might be the way. High school years has some cute, Granted, they're quite tall, but I can maybe, ew. I can use the orange though, which might be kind of cute. Right? I like the idea of bar height tables for the cafe. I think that's kind of fun. If we use different colors. Well, the problem with the different colors is that they don't all have the same legs. You see what I mean? Which makes me feel kind of icky. I was gonna try and do mismatched like different colored chairs initially, but then I saw the leg thing and it made me feel upset. So, I don't know. That seems kind of reasonable. Okay. I don't know. I wish that we could change the color of those things separately. It's so annoying that you can't. I don't like the darker orange. I don't think I want to use that one, I'm sorry. I like the color of the orange that I put. I will try and mix in some like fun accent colors, and we can do some fancy lights too. Like maybe some cool LED light type of stuff. Wall lights. I don't know, I use the mosquito. We have that upstairs, don't we? On the rooftop bar, we have that. I was thinking about this one though. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe I could use it twice, like it's the logo of the room or something. I don't know. And maybe, if I'm feeling kind of fancy, we could get a special, I don't know, some sort of ceiling light to put above each of the tables. That one's too tall. Maybe if it were sized down though, it wouldn't be as bad. I think that could be kind of cool. Is that a weird light though? Like, does that light not match or what? I don't know. Like the different themes in each area. Yeah, I think it's kind of fun. I feel like it's kind of realistic for there to be like totally different vibes in each of the rooms. Let's make this light sort of a teal color. Isn't that cool? Okay. Maybe we should do little candles on the tables. Trying to think. There's like a reddish color and a blue color. Maybe I could put the blue candle. Those shelves are from high school years. They're part of the thrift and bubble tea store set. So that's what they're supposed to be. Okay, this has like total cafe vibes. That's kind of what I was going for. So I feel good about this. Maybe if we had, I do like the wood accents. I don't know if I want that there though. Maybe I can make it just white, but it could be a little bit more interesting than just a plain white wall. Maybe I could do that on the sides of this too. Okay. Okay. Interesting thought process. I'm not really obsessed with this anymore. I feel like I need a different menu now. Mediocre and Lady and everybody, thank you for the subs. Maybe I could go back to this little guy. Or let me look at the stuff from high school years. Melanie, unfortunately, even if the mod said it was okay, it's not possible to put links in my chat because we have them turned off. We have links turned off completely in chat because the internet cannot be trusted. I'm so sorry, but I do have the links turned off, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just use this then. Oh my god. The bot will just auto-delete it though. Grab this. Grab this. I think that's okay. Where's the brick from? Oh, the brick is just base game that I'm using in here. That's not a special brick or anything, it's just base game brick. You can put links in our Discord server. It does let you do that. I don't know if you're in the server already, but yeah, we have no links on Twitch because, well, it's not because of you guys, that's for sure. It's the rest of the internet you gotta worry about. All right, I'm just gonna put some crates in here, I think. Your power went out an hour into your build and you didn't save. Oh, I'm so sorry. That would make me want to cry. The times that has happened to me have been genuinely devastating. Okay. I don't know if I want to put that much in that little room. It's kind of just supposed to be... Yeah, honestly, quick PSA. If you're in your game right now, maybe save. Here's an idea. If you happen to be in your Sims game right now at this very moment, let's do a group save, yeah? Princess, thank you for the sub too. Oh. Cardboard boxes instead. Oh, maybe cardboard would be better. Okay. Is there like... I know I have the ones from... Oh, look at that. From the positivity challenge. I always forget about that. We do have some kind of icky boxes, and then we have the ones from... It's not really what I was thinking. I was more so picturing this one, to be honest. Okay. I probably could have used the pantry shelf though, huh? Someone said that from Dine Out. Dine Out, Dine Out, Dine Out. What's the announcement? I'll check the video tomorrow, but I'm dying from curiosity right now before I sleep. Okay, stuff pack is coming. We're getting stuff packs again for the first time in like many years, since 2021. Specifically, it's going to be a like cooking themed stuff pack. It looks like there's going to be some sort of way for your Sims to be able to maybe cook and then sell those things, and it's gonna have some small appliances coming in it. They also posted the roadmap with like the teaser stuff for the next month or so. Sorry, next few months, I mean. And there's gonna be another expansion pack this year. We're getting another expansion pack by December. And that was kind of the main stuff from the stream today. At least the main stuff about The Sims 4 specifically. So, kind of cool. Maybe a new career. I'm betting it'll be like a make your own money sort of career situation, and not so much like an active career, but more like a... Oh, this doesn't really match the vibes, but that would have been cute. But yeah, I'm betting it'll be not a career, I guess, is what I mean, but like it would be some sort of way that you could, you know, make and run your own freelance type of vibe. I don't know. The trailer's coming out on Thursday, so I guess we'll find out, but... that would be my guess, at least for now. Let's do a little bit more exciting of a bathroom. Yeah, it would be cool because you could like, I mean, I'm hoping you could sell food that your Sims have made like on your own lot, and you can like run a little home cooking business. I don't know. It's a cool concept. All right, Topher, Princess, thank you for the subs, both of you. The platforms are kind of throwing everybody off a little bit. This isn't, like, it doesn't want to work properly. Okay. home cooked catering, maybe? Yeah, in the picture or in the like little end video that they showed, it didn't look like so much catering as it looked like, you know how we have those little stands from Eco Lifestyle where you can sell stuff on? It looked kind of like that. But I guess we will see. Who knows what it's gonna be like exactly, but... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Like lemonade stand vibes a little bit, yeah. It's doing it again. It keeps thinking that I clicked on ceiling paint. Ugh, that's such an annoying glitch. Is there any sort of flooring that is, as I might describe, not ugly? I know I used something similar to this downstairs. Maybe I'll use it again. Can my sim get rich selling hot dogs? Yeah. Stanley can have a hot dog stand. I was thinking the same thing when I first saw it. I was like, this might be kind of good, actually. Okay. A round room upstairs. Oh, yeah, it's the round room upstairs. You're totally right about that. That's what it is. Okay. Is that color and intensity this light blue? Whoa. Dim it a little bit. It doesn't look good. Not Stanley selling his family? Oh, when you put it like that, it does sound bad, huh? Maybe he shouldn't have a hot dog stand. Maybe Stanley doesn't need a hot dog stand, now that I think about it. That might be cute. Imagine a built-in microwave. That's interesting. I would very much like to have that, but I don't know if I expect to see it or not. Stan has done worse things for sure. He definitely has done worse things than run a hot dog stand. You're right about that. Okay. Maybe I could get a kind of fun mirror on this wall. That could be cute. I don't want to overdo it with this little cafe area. I'm kind of nervous about putting too much, so I want to be gentle. Maybe I could put like a make sure you wash your hands, employees thing. That mural is base game. Yeah, that's not from a pack or anything. That's just base game. Maybe there could be like little signs everywhere. Did the no foundation trick not work? Oh, you mean like for the outside of the cruise ship? I think it's ugly. Like, doesn't that look really weird? I prefer pretending this is a base of the ship. I'm kind of trying to pretend that there's like, obviously there isn't because the Sims 4 doesn't work like that, but I'm trying to pretend that there's like a lower deck where the crew lives and where there's crew space down there. Again, obviously there's not actually stuff down there because you can't have basements on this kind of lot and stuff, but that is my vision. Okay. But yeah, we tried a lot of things and nothing really looked good like that. Maybe this is where there could be some computers in like the ship library. I don't know. I don't know. Let's think about this place next. So, like I said, ship library, I think when you all hear library, you might be thinking of a more extensive space. Ship library is small, very, very, very small. And they'll have maybe a couple computers and some books and like board games that could be borrowed, maybe. It's kind of the thought. Will it be on the gallery? Yeah, it's just not done yet, obviously. You're probably not asking for it right now, but a lot of people are like, upload it now! And I'm like, well, no. I'll upload it when it's done. So I'm not gonna post it until it's actually finished, but it will go on the gallery, yeah. It will. I honestly think that I might try and do some bookshelves like this. I don't know. And we're putting basements in floating houses. You can't put a basement on this lot, it won't let you. I don't know if you're thinking about maybe like an older Sims game or something, but you can't do basements on these island lots. Okay, book nook kit. Oh wait, maybe I could use some of these. I'll think about that. Okay. I'm thinking I might try and do like, not exactly sure yet what I'm going for, obviously, but I might try and get some board games and stuff in there too. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll probably change the color of all of those. When you went on a cruise this summer, you owned more books than the library had? Yeah, that's kind of my understanding too, is that the cruise ship libraries, they're not big, extensive libraries. This is like a wild amount of books that I don't think would exist in real life on a cruise ship. We're kind of just obviously pretending a little bit at the moment. And we're giving them extra because we happen to have the room, but I don't think they would have this many books on this real ship. I don't know. Took out a lot of books during COVID, did they? Interesting. I'm obviously not an expert on real life ships, so I don't know. I'm just judging off of the YouTube videos that I've seen. Oh, we could put a fire extinguisher in the hallway. I might do that. I think I like the vibes of that concept. I don't know about these. You have clear skies and Celeste, but no shooting stars? Really, Christine? Well, that stinks. Why do you think she's doing that to you? I think I'll make the shelves white. Yeah, maybe like a map or something. This room could be probably a little bit more formal looking. I don't know. All right. Oh, I love Animal Crossing. Such a good game. The problem with this map concept is that like, which one do you use? This is a map. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Duh. Did I purposefully put a different color on what? These are all the same color. I think that you're saying it because of the lighting. Those are all the same color though. I don't know if you can tell, but those are all the same color. It's the same swatch, it's just the lighting is weird. Welcome to The Sims 4. I feel like we should give, maybe we could get like, I don't know, a series of art pieces like in a hallway or something. Might be kind of cool down there. Something to consider. Anyway, welcome to The Sims 4. The lighting sucks and it does stuff like this to you. Maybe I can try and make this into like a fake lounge. Still do a little table. Maybe it could be something like that. Chess table? Oh, I wasn't really thinking about chess. I was kind of picturing it being a little bit more, like, place to sit and read. But, I don't know. This is very formal. Do you think that I should go back and have the books be... Hold on. Maybe we should go back and the bookshelves should be brown. And we should do a different color scheme in here. Yeah, we were going to put board games channel already. That was kind of the plan. I might need to get in the clutter section to grab these, but we were going to put board games in some of these shelves. I don't think I want to put like a chess table though, is kind of what I'm trying to say. I think a place with some games will be fun because we have so much space. I might do some card tables, like, I don't really know exactly where, but we just have so much room. Maybe I could put some games tables in this area. Let's fill in some room. Karaoke in the bar upstairs. We thought about karaoke already, Fry, and we decided that it didn't really fit. So we ended up putting like a stage with a place for a performance, like a singer to be instead. Because the karaoke wasn't really working for us. Okay, but these would be like board game boxes that you could borrow. Is kind of my little theory there. We don't have a basketball court on the ship. No, unfortunately, we do not have a basketball court. Should I extend the carpet into the library section? Maybe. Maybe. Feeling a little unsure. I don't like the wood though. This is always harder than you think it's gonna be when you try and do stuff like this. Is there a boat miniature? Yeah, there's a couple. I'm gonna use some, don't worry. There is a couple boat things. Look, I will show you. I was planning on putting this in one of them, and there's also this one, which apparently doesn't want to go in there, but it will anyway. Okay. Oh, that's very annoying. Do you not slot there? Ugh. Oh, that's right, the computers. I was gonna put computers in here. We're all sat here talking about chess tables. I was supposed to put a computer. I almost forgot. Ugh. Maybe I won't use that one. I was gonna put computers on this wall. That was the goal. Isn't there one in Growing Together too? Maybe. Growing Together has a couple little clutter pieces, but I don't think there's a boat. I think that they're like, yeah, it's like a cityscape and a taxi, and this is like a little trolley car. Still kind of fun. What's that boat from? Oh, that's just base game. It's a base game decor item, that boat that I ended up deleting and not placing. Just base game. Okay. Should we just use a table like this? And then get like 3 computers on it? Maybe I'll only do 2 computers. I don't know. This is a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I don't think the desks are the way to go either. Like a proper desk I think is too... I don't know. This is hard. Is the cityscape maybe a hint? I don't know. I find that very rarely do they do stuff like that. I think that, I mean, like, I don't think the taxi's a hint, you know? Okay. Cubby desk, island counters. We could do cubby desk instead. I don't think I want to do island counters. I think the cubby desks might be the way, because they kind of match too. City living. And we can get 3. And I can scoot them all close together? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What sort of chair? Oh, sorry. Oh my god, my cat, Snappy, woke me up. It's not her fault. She was being really nice, but Snappy woke me up so early because she wanted to like cuddle in the middle of the night, and I let her when she does this, but it means that I was awake from like 4:30 in the morning. You can blame the cat. I'm so tired tonight, but it's okay. It was worth it. It was cute. She was being really, really nice. So, okay. I think that the cruise library, I mean, maybe I want it to be less open shelfy. I don't know. This is difficult. Maybe I could put a chessboard in the middle of the room. I think that this room in general just kind of like isn't speaking to me. Like I frankly just don't really care about this room, so it's not the most exciting part, but this might be okay. And then your Sims can play chess or something if they wanted to. Table to read at? Well, we had that before, and then people said, oh, computers. And then I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna put computers. And now there's not a table in here anymore. And I think that's okay. We gotta take this one step at a time, so. I think this is all right. I mean, unless you, I don't know, you guys. We really need to keep in mind that there's so much space to fill, and there's gonna be random seats, like, literally everywhere on this ship. Like, just random places to sit all over the place. So we don't necessarily need to have places to sit in every single section. They can read on the balcony. Like, there's lots of places that they can use, and we should probably take care to not overdo it. Oh my god, I hate platforms. Maybe these can be kind of plain. Should they be 2 different colors, the tables? Probably not. Maybe they can both be blue. No, the blue doesn't match. You can both be green. That matches better. And I don't like the chairs anymore. Yeah, exactly. If you were on a cruise ship, you probably wouldn't want to sit inside there to read the book anyway. You might want to go sit on the deck somewhere and look out, so. That kind of matches the cafe, which is probably what we need it to do. Yeah, we can just try and pretend that it's all part of the cafe. How about that? Dan is streaming my stream. He is. Why? What do you want, Duck Dan? What do you want? Why? Do you like my cruise ship? It's big. Anyway, hi Duck Dan's chat. He's making tea. He's making himself tea? Oh my god, it's about time. The amount of tea that we have in this stupid house, and he doesn't even use it. Ugh. You honestly, you guys have no idea how relieved I am that you said that. I have so much tea in this stupid house. And you know what's worse? He bought more. At the grocery store yesterday, he was like, oh, I want to try this one. It was like a pack that had like 4 different kinds of fruit teas. And I was like, we literally have an entire drawer of tea. There's like 7 different kinds of tea in the drawer. And you don't even drink it. You don't even make it. I don't drink tea. I don't want it. You keep buying tea and not making it. So let's just say I'm really glad that he's making tea right now. Oh my god. You just scared me
Are
so
you making
much.
fun of me and my tea?
Yes, I am making fun of you and your tea. I'm sorry I screamed, chat. That probably scared you a lot. I am making fun of you and your tea.
Are you making fun of me
Are
and my tea?
you making fun of me and my tea? Are you making fun of me
What
and
made you
my
talk about that?
tea?
Did people come into your chat?
Yes.
What did they say?
They said, Dan's streaming your stream. He's making tea. And I said, good, finally. We couldn't even see him. We just heard you squeak. Are you making fun of me and my tea? Go away. You're interrupting my
I'm
cruise
waiting for the
ship.
kettle to boil.
I'm waiting for the kettle to boil. He's staring at me.
That's mean.
Do you like my cruise ship?
Yeah, it looks really good.
It does.
It actually does. Can you show me around quickly?
Yeah, look. Okay, so here, I'm not done yet.
I know.
Here's
I know
this
you're
is
not
gonna
done
be
yet, don't worry.
This is gonna be like the lobby and like a help desk, okay? This kids playroom.
That's huge.
Here's the bowling alley.
Whoa, bowling.
Uh-huh. This is the theater.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then upstairs, we got the ship library. I was just working on that. This is just hallway.
That's better than the library on our ship.
Yeah, this is the cafe.
Lovely.
Kind of cute vibes.
Is that where you get your pizza?
No, well, maybe. This is where the captain is. Look at this. Look. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's only got one eye.
So this is the captain's room.
They can see really clearly out those windows, I imagine.
It was gonna be worse, but then I made it so that it's platform so you can actually see, because before you couldn't see at all. And then over here, these are the different guest rooms. They're all copies of each other.
Yeah.
But that's what they
Those are
look
nice
like.
rooms.
Yeah, there's like a bathroom. They're all the same. Down here's the gym. I haven't finished this part yet either, but it's kind of the vibe that I was going for.
No inside cabins.
No inside
Big
cabins.
enough for that.
No. Upstairs, this not done either. This is gonna be the restaurant. So there's gonna be like seating outside and inside. This is gonna be the kitchen. And then over here we have, this is where you take a shower before you go to the spa.
Okay.
And there's all the spa stuff.
That's a big spa on this ship.
Yeah, and then this is gonna be a suite.
Ooh.
Fancy room. They have their own balcony. PG tips, Yorkshire Twinings or Tetley?
I would probably go with PG tips, but I would.
You know why I know
also
that?
drink Yorkshire.
Because we have a giant pack of PG tips
But I
in
would-
the kitchen that he doesn't even drink.
Also, Twinings is good.
Don't we have Twinings too?
Not regular tea. We have like Twinings, like some kind of tea, but not breakfast tea. What I'm making right now is a chamomile mint.
What I'm making right now is a chamomile mint.
Because I'm sick.
Ew! What is wrong with you? Anyway, that's the... And then upstairs, I'm not done with this part either, but this is where we're like having some indoor seating. There's some lounge chairs. Here's the pool. It kind of like hangs off the edge. And this is like, there's like a little pool bar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So,
That looks good. This is good.
anyway, that's what I've been working on.
Those solar panels power the whole entire ship.
Yeah, just those 6 solar panels power the entire ship. And this is how you get on
I really
the
like
ship.
how angular it is.
Why are you being rude?
Because you can't like round it, because otherwise it would be bad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks really good.
I know it does. Thank you.
You're copying the Disney vibes of the color. Did you say that to the chat? Did
Yeah,
they know
and I said that
did
I
they
was-
know that this is inspired by Disney?
It's not inspired by Disney. I was looking at a picture of a Disney ship.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh
what
my
I mean.
God.
The colors. The color
I don't
scheme.
like
the color scheme of the ship.
It just happened like that, Dan.
No, it's because you like that color scheme, so you went with it.
Disney probably makes a lot of money off of their high quality good cruise ships. So they know what they're doing.
How much money is this one gonna make?
Well, it's worth $355,000, so I hope it makes a lot more than that.
Apparently, cruise ships cost like 500 grand a day.
To run?
Yeah.
I bet it costs so much in fuel.
Just
I
to
bet
do-
like the
like
amount
that,
of
but
fuel
also,
they have
like,
to have on
all
that
the
ship.
salaries for everyone. All
Oh
the
yeah, I know, but
food.
you think about how much fuel they have to have.
Yeah. Okay, my kettle was boiled like 10 minutes ago. That's a good thing everyone on my stream could.
Then
also
why'd
do.
you come up here for 3 minutes to say my kettle is boiling, so I
It
can't
wasn't.
do
I
it
literally
yet?
only turned it on, and then I heard you in the distance go, "Dan has got so much tea. He never makes it, and I'm not gonna make it because I don't drink tea."
That's exactly what I said.
I know. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh my god, the British must be stopped. At least he's making the tea. Okay, sorry everybody, quick detour there with the tea. I need to finish the rest of this floor. My goal is to finish this floor and then I'll feel like I'm very accomplished. And then I'm gonna do the kids' room next. I think, because that's gonna be fun. Why does Dan's impression of you sound more British? It's because when I make fun of him, I really, I exaggerate. I exaggerate a lot. So he's mimicking me, exaggerating him. Rambling, we've talked about this loads. I'm sorry if you didn't hear me say it before. Yes, maybe you'd want to face the ocean. Unfortunately, too bad for you. There's not enough space for you to face the ocean, so you won't be. And on real life cruise ships, you should see how many chairs they have, and they're not all facing the right way. In fact, this is an exact replica of what I have done. They're not facing the ocean. They're facing the pool. So, check the roof over the bar. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. What happened? What happened was The Sims 4 is so annoying. As soon as they get any sort of round anything, bad stuff happens. So that's what's happened. But I fixed it. It might do it again. I'm not gonna fix it again if it happens again, and I'll just fix it at the end. Because I'm not gonna sit here fixing it 15 times, okay? I'll just fix it before we put it on the gallery. All right, I'm working on this floor again. Okay, back to work, back to work. So, I'm thinking, this was my first thought, okay? And I kind of liked the chairs that we had before. But what I'm imagining filling up this hallway, and this is kind of going off of, honestly, what we had done before in the hotel that we just built, the big ski resort. I had like a lot of chairs and tables in the hallways to help fill up space. I'm kind of thinking that I might just stick some chairs in the hallways to fill up space, like outside of the rooms. So, is the hotel in the gallery? Yeah, I put it on the gallery like last week or so, I forget. I only posted it on YouTube a couple days ago, or yesterday, but it's been on the gallery, or it's been on the gallery for a couple weeks, so. Okay. Any thoughts on that? Does that scream hotel hallway? Maybe. I think it does a little bit. Okay. Looks a bit like a hospital, but in a good way. Oh dear. Well, that's not what anybody wants to hear. That's... Okay. Yeah, Green Dragon, I used the Island Living debug picture first and decided that I didn't like it. That was actually, I don't know if you saw, but that was the first thing I clicked on. And then I was like, oh, it looks weird. Maybe wall lights too. I've got wall lights on the other side. I'm not sure how much. Maybe instead of the lights, we could get wall plants. That might be an idea. It is a miracle that this hallway has windows, because in real life on a cruise ship, especially like near the rooms, what they would do is they would have like the rooms would be, there'd be an interior hallway and there would be rooms on each side of said interior hallway. So we are very lucky, I think, to have such beautiful rooms that we can look at. And beautiful windows, I mean, in the hallway. Not the biggest fan of the carpet. Oh my god. Everybody says, I hate the wood floor. Put carpet instead. It's more realistic. People come in an hour later. I hate the carpet. Put wood floor. I know it's not you. Don't worry. I'm not like calling you out specifically. It's just, this is just how streams go. Because as soon as you change something, people are like, put it back. I think I like the carpet. I'm kind of settled on the carpet now at this point because I've had it for a while. I'm sorry that you don't like it, but I think it's kind of realistic, at least. You're totally fine though, don't worry. It's not just you. There's been a whole bunch of comments like it. It always happens when you do builds like this. It comes with the territory. Gotta be prepared for such sorts of things. Maybe I could get one of the eco lifestyle like shelfie things. Not those. I think the carpet makes sense though. I can see it happening. At least. Ooh, too big. Oh, that's kind of fun. Down at the opposite end of the hallway. Gives us something extra to look at too. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll put this paneling down the hallway too. Because I think it might help. All right. Now I'm picturing on these balconies, we need to get some lighting. The carpet's from Dine Out, yeah. This is like one big, this is kind of what I'm pretending is a promenade deck. It's obviously not, because it doesn't go all the way around. But we can dream and we can pretend. So what I was envisioning is that there would be some tables or something out here. Okay. Let me stick another one of these down here too. There's room for children to play, but there's no children's beds in the rooms. Maybe I missed something. Okay. When you come here and you play here, you can do whatever you want. You can leave your kids at home, you can bring them, you can just come here and visit it and go to the restaurant. Kids can sleep in any bed. I was kind of pretending in storyline mode, this would be a pull-out bed in real life. Obviously in The Sims, it's not a pull-out bed. They do exist, they don't look good, so I didn't use them. But you don't, just because there's stuff for kids to do doesn't mean that I need to have extra beds. I like the rooms being duplicates of each other. If you wanted to, you could have your adult Sims sleep here and the kids sleep in the room next to them. It doesn't matter. It's just pretend, okay? I like the idea of a kid space, and so does chat, because they spammed about adding one, and they still do. And then I have to keep saying, I already have one. I already have one. Okay, I already have one. Every time someone says it. Which is okay, they mean well, they're just excited, but it's kind of funny. All right. What was I gonna put? I was thinking about little, maybe tables and chairs on this. Right? I also, you know what? I'm not really obsessed with these lounge chairs. I might switch them, because I don't know if I like the black, but maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know. We could just use these little, this might be a simple way of doing it. Okay, but hear me out. What about a kid's space? That's it. You know, that's a brilliant idea. You might be onto something. Okay. Do you think it would help if we had these with the black trim to help bring in some more dark colors? Okay. Okay. I like that. My favorite part is when people that like haven't been in the stream yet, that haven't seen what we did, when they learn that we have a bowling alley, they're like, what? So in case you haven't seen, bowling alley. What about a casino area? You know, I feel like the bowling section, obviously it doesn't completely serve this purpose, but because we don't have like the ability to really do casinos in this game, I feel like the bowling alley, while bowling is not a casino, bowling is not gambling, I do feel like having bowling kind of helps fill that void just a little bit. You know? Duty-free shop. Yeah, lots of comments about adding a shop or a gift shop of some sort. We've decided against that just because we don't really have room for it. Like when we were putting everything into the ship, and we've already figured out the floor plan, obviously, we were focusing a lot on like activities that your Sims can actually do and stuff that can actually be used. And because you can't actually use a fake shop, we decided like, let's not bother with that and let's try and put something like the cafe. This was kind of the last space that was left over to figure out what to put in, and then people were saying put a shop there, and I was like, wouldn't it be nice to have another like food spot or place to get drinks and stuff? So we have the cafe, we have the bar, and then we're gonna have a restaurant here too. And then you can switch it to any lot type that you want, so. Okay, I think I like those tables and chairs. I think that kind of works. There's so many tables and chairs in this building. It's actually kind of bad. Vending machine in the hallway. You know what? A vending machine might be kind of funny. We could get a Simmies one. We could have the hot drinks one. And we could have the freezy treats one. So that, there, you guys wanted a souvenir shop? Well, you're in luck. You got a Simmy capsule thing. Then you can get food here. That's actually, honestly, a really good idea. It makes sense that it's in the hallway. You know? Okay. And then you can die from it. So that seems like a win. Oh, you know what, guys? Now is a really good time to remind you. If you ever get, I just saw someone do it, so I'll tell you now. There's really common, like, spam things where people who say, like, oh, I'm a graphic designer, click this link, contact me here. And they'll join Twitch chats and Discord servers and, like, spam stuff like that. Putting, like, a WhatsApp phone number in Twitch chat is a very bad idea. Don't contact those people. You don't know them. You don't know what they're doing. If you're looking for a graphic designer, I would find someone that's advertising their services in a less scam-seeming way. You know, someone who's got like a legit, you know, social presence and stuff like that, as opposed to just random people putting random links and requests in other people's servers. So just watch out and don't click links from strangers ever. No links from strangers. Are we in agreement? Especially not on Discord. Please, I'm begging you, never click a link from a stranger on Discord. If they're offering you free Nitro, they're lying. If they're offering you a free giveaway, they're lying. You didn't win a Nintendo Switch, it's a lie. Don't click links from strangers. Okay? Just good to talk about sometimes, because some people don't know. You didn't win a giveaway that you didn't enter. You didn't get a free prize. Life's not that good. Never click links from strangers. They're trying to hack your Discord account, and then they're going to use your account to keep hacking other people. So, anyway. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true, unfortunately. All right. Cool. I think this part, honestly, could probably use like a light or something on the wall. Brother fell for it once and it was not good. Yeah, I see a lot of people's Discord accounts get hacked. What ends up happening on Discord when they hack your account like that is they will then use your account to message every single person that you have on your friends list and message every single channel of every single server you're in, a big giant wall of text. Sometimes it's like, click here for free nitro. Sometimes there was one today in my server. Let me tell you what it said, because it's a new scam, because I've only seen it today. Hey there, there's a cool giveaway going on right now. I managed to win $544 in this like token. It's like they're talking about crypto, and they're explaining how the wallet works. And oh, click this link to try and win crypto. You're not gonna win crypto. Don't do that. But anyway, if you click the link, they're gonna try and get access to your account. So, and then they will use your account to post in every single server you're in, and then you're gonna get banned on all your servers, which is bad, actually, and not something that you want to happen to you. But yeah, that part, it sucks that it's so common, but it does happen a lot. Yeah, and then that's another example. So like if you have a friend, a trusted friend, who all of a sudden sends you a big long thing about crypto and winning money in crypto, and you're like, my friend's never talked about crypto before. This doesn't sound like them. Why are they sending me this weird fishy link? Maybe see if you can message them on like a different platform and be like, hey, did you send this? Because that doesn't sound like you. So that way you don't make sure you fall for the same thing. All right, let's figure out the rest of this room, because I'm not feeling obsessed. I think I want to do some more wood in here because I'm not really liking the flooring. Oh my God. RJ, I forgot about that. There was this one time on stream a couple years ago around Christmas time. I was going on this whole rant about how much I hate NFTs and how stupid NFTs are. And oh my God, I can't believe this is a thing that's happening right now. NFTs are so dumb. I'm so over it. Like just ranting about NFTs, okay? I go downstairs after I get off stream and I have a package in the mail. Oh my God, it's like a holiday gift from YouTube. That's so cool. Look, I open it up. It's an NFT. They sent me this sounds like contradictory, but it's a physical NFT. So they like commissioned a bunch of NFTs and then made like a physical copy of it. And it was like a permanently running GIF of this like art that they had commissioned. And you can't turn it on or off. As long as the thing is charged, it just plays the GIF. And they sent me an NFT for Christmas. I wasn't expecting a Christmas gift at all from YouTube. And let me tell you, I wasn't expecting an NFT. It was just really funny timing because I had literally just gotten off stream, like making fun of NFTs and being like, how dumb is this thing that's becoming so popular? They're not really talked about as much anymore, but you know, like 2 years ago, it was a whole thing. I was like just done talking about it and I opened the door and there's an NFT at my house. What are the chances of that? Anyway, I love you, YouTube. Please, if you want to send me another gift, I am a very grateful person. It might not sound like I am, but I am. I'm so grateful, YouTube, for your kind and generous gifts, and I'll take more. I'll take more. Just maybe not another NFT. They didn't send more after that, though. I think they probably got a lot of flack from that from a lot of creators. So, okay. Hi, Dika. Oh my God, do you want to see my cruise ship? Look at this. I'm making a cruise ship at the moment. I've spent a lot of time on this. I'm still working, but this is what's going on. This is like the room or the floor with all the rooms. So, hey Oliver. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that people did that to you. Can I just say, I don't want to put you on blast like this, but those girls laughing at you, that is low. I hope they feel so deeply ashamed of themselves to laugh at someone who is obviously going through something, to laugh at someone in general. What a loser. Imagine laughing out loud at someone. I don't like those people. They will never have real friends if they act like that's people. I'm sorry they did that to you. That's just horrible. That's just so mean. Anyway, I wouldn't laugh at you. Yeah, right? It's like, aren't you in university? They said they were at their first lecture, they had a panic attack, and people laughed at them. Actually, what is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? That is horrible. Yeah, no, that's not normal behavior. Normal people don't act like that. They don't mock other people. So I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. Okay. Oh, are these in the wrong? Oh, no, they're lined up properly. Maybe I should get some benches again, like we talked about. Okay. Do I know how it's going to work on gameplay? Yeah, when we play with this in game, it's gonna be, I mean, there's some pretending that has to take place, obviously, because there's not real hotels in this game. But it's gonna be classed as like a bar or a lounge or a cafe or restaurant or something. And then you would have your Sims come here and then just not leave if you wanted to spend the night like it was a hotel. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm sending a lot of love to you, friend, by the way. I'm really sorry that happened to you. You are very loved and very appreciated here. And you've come to the right place, because like 85% of this chat's got anxiety. Like, we're all in this together. Every single person here. We are all the same deep down, so. More, thanks for the 4 months. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, maybe, should I go back to the bench that I was using before? I had that thing from high school years, but I don't know. I don't know. I do like that this is like tileable, but I'm not really obsessed with the colors. You know what? Is it maybe cool to have it be the same color as the wall? Almost like the bench came off the wall and continued on. I don't know. I think I like it. I wish that I could do more with this corner. The corner is annoying because it's like a weird space that I can't really put a lot into. Does that fit there? Maybe I could do these in the corner. Oh, maybe I'll get like, I mean, I probably don't want to have this many more of them, but how about that? Maybe? I don't know if I care about getting a punching bag in here. I don't know. I don't really care about the gym being like the best. It's like, it's gym on a boat. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that you all are struggling with anxiety this much. Oh my god. 74% of chat says yes all the time. Well, this sucks, doesn't it? I'm sorry, everyone. Put the roll-up yoga mat. I do have the roll-up yoga mat. I do have that. Yeah, at least you're not alone. We're all in this together, right? Okay, this I think can be the main floor done. I'm feeling good about that. Let's go down and work on the kids' room. Shall we? Maybe I will have no wall here. I'll just let it be big and open to the entrance. It does make the stairs kind of weird, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. I might start with, oh, I'll do the kids' room first. The kids' room is the more exciting part. So we do have kind of a funky door to go into the bowling area, so maybe I should have there be a wall. Even if just a small one, to like kind of have a separation for the entrance. And then the kids area, we do have some cute doors. I just worry that they're too small. Like I would so happily use this door to like symbolize that it's the kids' room, but then I feel like I should pick something bigger and like fancier, I guess. to be the kids' space. That one's kind of cute. Oops. I know it's supposed to be a vet, but can we just pretend that it's like not a doctor's thing and it's just like cute? I mean, we could just put a decal on any door and then call it a day if we really wanted to. That's also an option. We could get like a big tall door. And then, I don't know, some sort of decal. But this might be nice because the glass door means that, like, I don't know, parents can check in and stuff. I don't know about that one. Do any of these work? Oh, that's, you know what? That's honestly kind of cute. It also is floating a little bit, but that's okay. It's like the kids' party space. That's fun. Okay. Now we gotta start thinking about this seriously. Because if this is gonna be a kids' party space, well, we have lots to add. Okay. Step 1. We are going to need, there's a bathroom right next to it, so that makes things easy. We do have a bathroom like right there. So we'll be able to have that. I don't know if I want it to be like that yet. I don't know. Toddler slide. Yeah, maybe we should just go through and start grabbing some of the main items that we want to use. We could probably get a little baby section, so that'll help. And we'll have mostly stuff for slightly older kids, I'm thinking. Oh, we talked about putting a ball pit right in the middle. There's also potential for like a huge playground thing. Okay, that's kind of maybe too big. The ball pit in the middle could work though. The ball pit in the middle can definitely work. The ball pit is from the toddler stuff pack, if you're ever looking for it. Where do they sleep? There's no bed for them? Oh my god, here we go again. Guys, it's a fake hotel. In real life, if you need a cot or a crib at a hotel, you can request one. They don't just come stocked in the rooms. And you can have a kid sleep in any bed, okay? It's okay. It's all pretend. It's all pretend is what we're doing right now. I like the idea of having some stuff for kids to play with. You can think of this as being like a community lot. It's going to be classed as like a pool, you know? So there's other reasons to come here that aren't just to sleep. They can nap in the tent if they want to. It's all for fun. Deep down, it's all just for fun, you know? We don't need to think about it this much. All right, kind of obsessed with that. I love the boat wallpaper. I might not, I'm trying to decide if I want to use this like kids pattern everywhere or if I should put like a fun patterned carpet for most of it. And then we can have the kids pattern in the smaller babies area. That might be good. I don't know. Can the pirate ship fit inside? I think the pirate ship is too big. If we did that, that would be like a totally different vibe. But we could try and make a pirate space. That's also a possibility. That does kind of change what we're going for though. Like, we would make this all pirate themed. And there would be less room for kids stuff. So we can't have like the most of the other things in here if we did that. We have to eliminate the baby area at least. Okay. I don't think the ball pit is gonna work. It's not too tall. You'd rather have more options that are smaller? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I would also rather have more options that are smaller. But the boat on the boat is also kind of fun, you gotta admit. Oh, creepy. I don't know. Put it on the beach? I mean, I guess that's possible. I don't really want to have that much stuff on the beach. We kept saying this the other day, but I don't really want to have a lot of things on the beach because the goal is that I don't want the Sims to use the beach. Like, if it were up to me, I don't want the kids to be like going to the beach and playing on the beach instead of playing on the ship. I want to focus like most of the Sims that are going to be coming here by giving them stuff to do on the boat instead. Can it be sized down? No, because the kids like climb on it and animate on it. So if you size it down, then it gets kind of weird. They'll be floating if they do still function on it. Kids can be on the tiny ship while the parents are on the big ship. There you go. There you go. Okay. So I wanted this ball pit. This was like the main reason I built this. So that we could have a ball pit. I also wanted this. I was thinking about getting like... Yeah, it would break the animation, yeah. I was thinking about getting a whole bunch of toys. So like... I don't know, maybe I could have a little... science enrichment area. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. But we could try and get some cute stuff. And I'll decorate with these things in my science enrichment area. And then we can also have like, I'll put them on like a shelf basically. And then I'm envisioning that there'll be like a couple of these little guys, maybe back to back or something. So you could do a little bit of science play with your friends if you wanted to, maybe. I don't know, just an idea. Tried so hard to not yawn, but I failed. I'm sorry, Christine. I'm so sorry. Maybe a counter could be good for this purpose. I'm gonna make this look so cool, just you wait. Oh, that actually slots up there. Oh. Okay, well, not how I want it to, but it does technically slot up there. That's so cool, right? Some like fun little toys and creations that the kids might have made. All right, so that's the science section. I wonder if there's any fun decals that we could get that seem kind of sciencey. Oh my god, I forgot about that swatch. Oh, that's so good. There's also this one. Maybe I could put this above it and then I could have this one here. Try and inspire the kids. FYI, there will be no kits this quarter. Oh, really? So I heard people saying that earlier, that it was wrong and they took it off the thingy. So it's possible that there will be no kits. I don't know. I'm getting some conflicting information. But apparently they updated the thingy to not say it anymore. Those are the Goth and Castle kits. Yeah, well, there was pictures of the Goth and Castle kit that said early 2024. I saw that. But then there was also on the thingy, it did say, and I'm not just making this up, it did say that there was 2 kits in the list, but I think it may have been there in error. I don't know if it was supposed to be there. But it was probably a typo in the post, I'm guessing, considering how many people have talked about it. They updated it saying it was a mistake. Aw, man. Darn, no kids. No kids this quarter, really? Oh no. Haven't been updates. Any updates with the medieval and goth kits? Well, the update, ladies, and we kind of knew this already, but the update is that the medieval and the goth kits are going to be coming out in early 2024. They just keep saying early 2024, and I think that's going to be the next kits. Based on what they're saying, it sounds like those kits will be the next ones that we get. I kind of love this little science corner, I gotta be honest. I think that's so cute. Maybe we could have like... Oh, a kid's game table would be fun. And then these little art tables would be kind of cute too. All of a sudden, we're running out of space. Maybe I don't want to have an infant section. In my humble opinion, I don't like the infants. So, wah, too bad for them. Maybe I can put like a little space for the little tiny toys back here though, and the rest of it can be... Couldn't this work as a community center? Yeah, it could definitely be a rec center. I think it has all the stuff to be a rec center, especially now that I put that thing in the front yard. It needs one more musical instrument, but I'm gonna put a kid's one in here, so that should count for it. Don't bring infants on cruises. Yeah, see, that counts. So it does work as a rec center if you wanted it to. Okay. I want to put this in the corner, I think, to save myself some space. Okay. Okay. After COVID, you can't imagine letting a baby play on the ground in a public play area on a cruise. Yeah, I think that kind of scares me a little bit too. I don't even have kids. But it does seem like, I don't know, just get nervous about germs and stuff, don't you? Especially with a little one, like a baby. Scary, scary, scary. Do cruises have doctors? Yeah, I think cruise ships usually have like a medical area on board in case of emergency. Okay. Okay. I am liking this so far. I do think that I want to get some little seats or like, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of thinking like beanbag type chairs. Yeah, they have a morgue too. I wasn't gonna say that part out loud, but you guys are pointing it out. They do, they would have a morgue, yeah, on the cruise ship also. And again, that kind of thing happens probably more often than you think. But I mean, God forbid if something happens to someone while they're like not near home in a port far away, they want to be able to transport it back to the home port for the family instead of like just ditching them in another country at the port that they're at, you know? And you can't just like leave them out at sea, right? But anyway, horrifying to think about, but it makes sense that they would need it. But yeah. Okay, maybe I could put these back. No, well. I want a place for the slide, but the slide doesn't look good anywhere. And then I want these too. I kind of like them in that area because I like the arts and crafts vibe. I can probably get some cute arts and crafts stuff. Maybe like, oh my god. Oh, look, it's like under the sea themed. The whole boat is under the sea themed. That's so cute. I kind of love that. Okay. I want the slide so bad, but I don't know where to put it. I'm not sure we want the boat to be under the sea. Okay, now that I think about it, I did say that in a weird way, didn't I? Okay, maybe the tent. You can size down the tent. You are able to size down the tent. It still works okay. So maybe I could just size it down and put it in here. Oh yeah, those bathroom kit decals could be cute. I like that. Bathroom clutter. Unless I want to put more of the decals from like, because Growing Together has some cute, bigger decals. And I already used some of them. Obviously I used that one. I don't like that one. You have the big, like... I could size this up and put that whole thing on this wall. That's kind of cute, right? When did we get kit filters? Oh, the kit filters came out in the update. It was a week or two ago. I forget if it was last week or the week before, but we've had them for a couple weeks now. Or a week, hard to say. Not 100% certain. Okay. How about a whale? And a sea turtle. That's kind of cutesy. Along this side, along this thing. They're like swimming along with the slide. Okay. And then this kind of fits with the reading theme a little bit, I guess. Oh, weird. Huh. Okay. Okay. Oh no, Ab, Red, Squatch, Peep, Jenny, Maya, Brina. I forgot to read subs. Turtle, Josephine, TJC. Thank you all for the subs. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Let me look at more of the kids' stuff. A helicopter pad and a sized up toy helicopter. Oh my goodness. I think that ship may have sailed. Get it? Because I didn't really leave space on the deck to be adding in stuff like that, I don't think. So while it would be kind of cute, I'm not sure if we would be able to go back and do that, because I think that I've filled in the space too much. Okay. They can have a dragon. And a little car. I guess I'm thinking of this as being an area that's like maybe a little bit more so for the tiny kiddos. So we can give them some big toys like that. What's the new expansion coming out? We don't really know what it is, Halo. We also don't know when it is. We just know that there is going to be a neighborly expansion pack. They haven't given us further specifics than just that, just neighborly expansion pack. There's some guesses from people talking about maybe it's like apartment related or something kind of along those lines, but there's not any confirmation about it, and there won't be for probably a while. They're not gonna tell us straight away. They'll leave us to guess a little bit on it, I think. Okay. I gotta think about maybe another set of cute little kids stuff. I do like these guys. Maybe I could get like 3 of them. I hate red. I'm gonna use orange instead. That's kind of cute, right? I don't know. Do you have any theories why we're getting 3 expansions this year? No. I mean, my initial thought upon seeing that was that Obviously, we had a couple years where we only got one, and that was largely, I assume, due to COVID. So it seems like they've kind of expanded the team a little bit recently, and we have like the new European team working on stuff packs and stuff, so maybe they have more people. Maybe they're trying to catch up for the fact that they didn't make a couple packs because of COVID, because they were making only one a year when things slowed down. You have to understand that like the work from home transition for a lot of companies like this, it was really hard because most of the team didn't have like the kind of computers at home that they would have needed to be able to run the Sims or like run the development process, at least probably is more likely. That's what I'm trying to say. But like it's not an easy transition to work from home for a lot of these industries. So the game industry suffered a lot in the beginning of COVID. And they've obviously, caught back up now, but I think that probably played a pretty big role in it. And maybe they're now that they're doing better and further caught up, maybe they're able to do more, and so they are. I don't know. I'm kind of excited, to be honest. I really like the idea of there being multiple packs this year. I like genuinely really pumped about that. So looking forward to it. You're excited about stuff pack coming back? I know, this one's gonna be really cool. I'm really, really, really excited to have this stuff pack. I've always been a fan of stuff packs. They've always been so good. Well, some of them are bad. The recent ones were better though. So I'm kind of excited about the thought of that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking for these little areas. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of envisioning there basically being like little sections. So there's like the science section. We have this like under the sea section by the slide. I'm kind of trying to pick different colors for each different section of the room. I don't know. Can I have the cloud ceiling paint? Oh, that could be kind of cute. We could do something like that. Oops, wrong thing. How do you get so many reward traits for your Sims? Maybe like try harding Lulu's life. You don't get any in your legacy. Obviously I don't know what you've been playing, what lifespan you're playing on and stuff, but I don't know. I guess my Sims do have a lot of reward traits, the ones that I'm playing right now. But they think about like they get ones when they age up. They get bonuses from finishing aspirations. In my legacy, I did multiple of the new child aspirations with my Sims, so they each did like a couple, so they got a trait for finishing the aspiration. Lots of stuff like that goes on. And then when you finish aspirations, you get more bonus points, so therefore you can buy more traits. All that kind of stuff, I guess, goes on. Where's the violin? I think I'll put it over here. Maybe I'll get a couple. One pink, one green. And maybe I can get some of those cute pillows too. That seems nice. I hate how it keeps doing that with the thing sized up. What color do I want that to be? Maybe that could be that color. Maybe I'll have this go around here and I'll put like a end piece on it. Okay. Yeah, this is bothering me a lot, but I like how it looks, so I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it like this though. All right. Let's do the hallways. Can they use pillow the small one facing outward like that? Well, Panda, I wasn't really putting it there with the hope of them using it. I was kind of just putting it there as a decoration. Why is it living? I think it might be a diagonal thing, honestly. I'm not understanding why it does that, because I've used this thing before on walls sized up and it doesn't usually do that, so I don't know. I'm not really sure why it's doing that, to be honest. Oh, it deleted one of my doors. That's annoying. All right. To be completely honest with you, I don't really care about most of this hallways. Yeah, I think that just in general, diagonal walls kind of have some issues sometimes. Maybe that's part of it. Just a diagonal wall being a diagonal wall, unfortunately. Is it a cruise ship in game or did I make it? No, it's like a fake cruise ship, Gemma. I built this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just like a building. It's not a real cruise ship. It's all pretend. But yeah, I'll put it on the gallery. I'll put it on the gallery. I'm not gonna do it yet if you're asking me to do it right now. Some people do. They're like, put it up now, and I'm not gonna put it up like half furnished or anything, but I will put it when it's done up on the gallery. It's just in Sulani, so it's in the world that comes with island living, so it's actually kind of floating. It's kind of cool. Well, it's not floating. I mean, it's got a proper foundation, but I'm pretending this is the bottom of the boat where like a lot of the crew decks are. Because ships are a lot deeper than you think, these cruise ships. All right, I'm going to put some of those same chairs that we had used upstairs. I'm gonna do down here as well to kind of fill this all in. I like how it's on every other one. And we'll just go down the hallway like that, I guess. Do I like small or big builds better? Ooh. I think I mean, I prefer to build small things most of the time. I also prefer to play in small things most of the time. I just find that like the game functions better when things are small. So I tend to prefer small builds for that reason, but I do like bigger builds sometimes. Like obviously I've done a couple really big builds the past couple weeks, but I don't know. I'm more of a small build person for the most part, I fear. Okay, that's better. Just some things down the hallway. I'll probably stream for another like 30 minutes. I usually stream for about 3 hours every day, so. I can't stream too late tonight because I got all this cat stuff I gotta worry about, unfortunately. Have I checked the cost of my build yet? Oh, unfortunately I have, and it's expensive. It's like 390,000. It was 350 when I last checked. Yikes. Oh my. That's a lot of money. Okay. Save the game. Cheap for a whole boat? That's true. That's true. It is already more than the ski resort was, yeah. It is a little bit bigger than the ski resort is, though. Actually, believe it or not. It might not seem like it, but it is a little bit bigger than the ski resort. Not sure what sort of bathroom situation there should be. Maybe it could be kind of simple like this. I don't know. Maybe you come in a door like in the middle here, and then there's like a I don't know. Door would be there, and then there could be sinks on either side. Is our building stream Thursday? Do you mean Sims 3? I might have had a typo there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream on Thursday. I kind of need to play it by ear, which I know is annoying and like not helpful for you all. But originally this wasn't supposed to happen, but the vets had an opening, so they asked if I wanted Snappy to get her dental extractions on Thursday. So I agreed to move it up, which means that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream on Thursday. Snappy has to be like put under anesthesia on Thursday for it and stuff, so it's kind of like a whole ordeal. And I'm feeling a little bit anxious about it. And long story short, I don't know for sure if I'll be live on Thursday, just 'cause I might want to be with her, but I don't know. You were a mess and your cat had 2,000 went under it. Yeah, I'm anticipating being a mess. I'm really kind of distraught over it right now, and it hasn't even happened yet. So, anyway, one of her teeth is bad. One of her little canines. So they're gonna take that one out. And then also probably maybe the other one too, depending. When we went to the vet, she wouldn't let them look at it. So they can tell that this one needs out, but they don't know about the other one or if she's got any other things going on in her mouth. So we have to wait and see. Classic. I mean, I wouldn't let them look in my mouth either. So I get it. Like, I understand where she's coming from. But anyway. A lot of older kitties have teeth problems and stuff, and obviously she is 15 now, and unfortunately when I was 9 years old, I didn't know about dental care for my cat, and my parents didn't really either, so anyway, long story short, she's got some toothy problems now. She's getting a little older, so. Okay. Oh, well, that's annoying. These circle windows are kind of in inconvenient places, to be honest. These are, by the way, from the wedding stuff pack, or the wedding game pack, sorry, if you guys are wondering. All right. I want to have 2 lights, I think. Cool. Well, Snappy can't be on like a dental diet, Mickety, because she has to be on a kidney diet because she's got kidney issues also. So, I don't know. Growing up, she's always eaten both wet and dry food. Like every day she has both. So, anyway, some people think that if you give cats dry food, it helps with their teeth. Anyway, but she's on a specialized kidney diet. So, joys of a senior cat, yes. All right. I don't know about this bathroom. I think it's kind of ugly, but I don't know what else to add into it. Catlin likes wet food. Yeah, it's interesting seeing how different they can be about stuff like that. Snappy kind of likes dry food. She's kind of a grazer, so she likes to have dry food out, but she's not like very food motivated like some cats are. You know how some cats will, like, you can't leave food out for them because they will like chow it all down in one sitting? She's not really like that. Never has been. How do you keep cats from eating each other's food? You know, Sailor Scout, we'll have to see how that goes once, because the kittens, they still eat separately from Snap because they don't have free reign of the house. Because of Snap, we've been doing some slower introductions. But I'm gonna have to feed them in separate rooms, obviously, because I don't want the kitties eating Snap's food, but we'll see. We shall see how it goes. I don't really know what's gonna happen yet with that one. I don't know if I'll have an easy time keeping him away from it, but. All right. That'll probably do. I don't really care about that room. Let's think about the main entrance then. So this room is gonna be like a front desk sort of situation. Fern has to feed her kitties in the laundry room so they ignore the older cat's food. Yeah. Yeah. I can totally see that. I think that's my future. I anticipate that. Yeah, they have some bowls that they sell like microchip feeders where like the bowl is like, or it's like activated by sensing the right cat's microchip, and then it only opens for that cat to eat out of it and stuff. But I'm not like jumping ahead to that being that big of an issue just yet. I don't anticipate it being a ginormous problem just yet. We'll have to see what happens, but they do make stuff for this particular purpose, so it's not an uncommon problem, basically. There are solutions out there to help. Okay, here's Mr. Business. He runs the ship. You have 2 of those for your cats. They work great. That's good to know. I'll have to think about it. We'll see what happens. Play it by ear. And then figure it out. I think Fancy Light is going to be so cool. All right. You have 2 for your cats and they work great. Yeah, okay. Did I read the same thing twice? I might have. I think I did. Oh, I thought somebody else was saying that too, but no, it was the same person. Oh my goodness. You got sushi for Sushi Tuesday, Christine. Oh, that's good. Bruin's gonna be so happy. Okay. You got them from Chewy. Oh my goodness. The number of Chewy orders that I place. It's honestly getting a little bit ridiculous. It's I'm on there all the time. I'm a regular. I'm a person who has 1 million cats right now, so. Now you want sushi for Sushi Tuesday? I can't believe Brew has done this. It's not even a real thing. Bruin has somehow managed to like convince us all of Sushi Tuesday, and now like everybody here does it. I guess it is a real thing because we all do it, but we've been fooled by Bruin. It's real now. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, Amy, did I not say it out loud? I'm so sorry. Amy, thank you for the gifted subs. You are so generous. Thank you for doing that. I'm sorry. I'm like so not doing a good job of reading things today. I'm struggling. I'm so sorry. It's not you, it's me. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. So every single time, thank you. It's been very generous of you. You and your fiance are getting sushi for dinner tonight too? Okay. Well, do you have enough to share? Is there enough to go around? Is there enough to go around? Okay, I want to use this little model, but I don't think there's enough space for it, so maybe I can't. Maybe I cannot have the little model. Okay, I'm thinking from Cats and Dogs, there's like a... There's this beautiful painting. And it's like, oh, Stormy Seas. You know what? The Stormy Seas kind of match though. Maybe I could use that. And then I can get a pretty light on top. We have some of those picture lights. Okay. For when you first come in. Maybe, do you think I could put the cruise logo up on this main wall? We can paint that to match the outside a little. 6 years! Hey Marissa, thanks for the 72 months! Oh my god. Oh my god. Isn't it too bright? What, the ship? You think? Well, I kind of liked it. You don't like it? I'm struggling with what to put in here. Oh, I forgot to put the... I have a lot of candles on this boat, which, to be honest, isn't necessarily a good thing. Like, I don't know if in real life you need this many open flames on a boat, but I have a lot of candles on this boat. So, in fact, I'm pretty sure open flames aren't allowed. You know, I'm fairly certain that they don't allow open flames as well. It's a good thing this ship doesn't move. They're like LED candles, okay? They're like the pretend ones. Kiara, thanks for the 12 months. The people are saying to put plants under this, but I don't know. Will this be like a hotel? Yeah, we're kind of pretending it's a hotel, Bonnie. Yeah, exactly. Turn the chairs towards each other. I mean, your Sims can't sit in them if they're like that. It does look more realistic though. to have the lounge chairs like that. Maybe it's okay if they don't sit in these chairs anyway. They're kind of just filler, so. A tray with complimentary drinks. Oh, that's an idea. I kind of like that. We can have some complimentary drinks. So unsure of what plants to use. So unsure. Luggage should be taken to the rooms. We decided against luggage. That's been a pretty common suggestion that we talked about. And we kind of decided that we thought it maybe is best to not do the fake luggage. A wall of plants behind it. Yeah, I mean, I have done stuff like that before. I just don't know. The second I put this down, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, I love the wall of plants. You have to keep it forever. But I don't know if I like the wall of plants, okay? So let's not get our hopes up too high. I've done this kind of thing before. I don't know if I like it. Sorry for my mean impression of you. I didn't mean it like that. but anytime you put a wall of plants, people like lose it. They're so excited. It looks kind of like Instagram vibes, but I don't know. Simpson's in her mean impressions area. I didn't mean for it to be mean. I didn't mean it like that. Do you think I could put like plants on the wall all down this way? Or is that too many plants on the wall? It might be kind of cute as a way to fill up the little hall. I think that's nice, right? You like the plain wall better. Oh, okay. Getting mixed signals about the plants right now. Feeling unsure. Could do scones. I don't know, cause it's weird cause the windows are like around the, it's like they're around the little seating areas. So when you do like every other, does it look weird with the chairs? Do you see what I mean? I just feel like that's not good. I'm gonna get a couple less paintings. I don't know. Struggling with the lobby. Like I said, this is supposed to be like a fake help desk. So maybe I could give them a little pretend iPad. They had, I can't do a computer because these are the wrong kind of counters, which is silly of me. Oh, I guess I could, well, I could fix that. Hold on. I can fix that. I can get us a computer. Okay. Ugh. What, are you slotting now? What's happening? Oh, it's because of the chair. Oh, okay. I understand now. I see. Stop. I guess it can be slotted to it. I don't really care. If my gnome has to move forward, that's fine. You think the chairs in front of the desk is a bit crowded? Yeah, I could probably move these away. Have them start further down. I don't know what else to put in this lobby room, though. If I did small paintings every other between the plants. I don't think I want to do every other between the plants. I think doing every other it's too much every othering. I think it's going to complicate stuff too much. I'm worried about that because we don't have anything on this wall yet, so. Okay, I have a new idea. This is a different vibe. Use second waterfall wall. Oh my god, waterfall is like a totally different vibe than I was thinking just then. We do have waterfall walls upstairs. You know what? Maybe it could just be on the right, and then we can have the entrance like this. Okay. Oh, bulletin board with the activity schedule is kind of a cute concept too. I like that concept. This, maybe it could have like the kids' activity schedule down by the side. I don't know. People keep saying fish tank too, but I'm not sure about a fish tank in the entryway. I think it might be kind of weird. And then you put it here and it like makes the hallway so tight. I don't know. I don't like this. Fish tank under the stairs. Eh. I think fish tank in the restaurant might be kind of interesting. That's a good idea. You might be onto something there. I could maybe use the fish tank upstairs. I'll save that for later. I need to get the exit sign. Okay. Hallway desk next to the counter with some magazines. Okay, we could put something like that there. Maybe like a little... The problem is, these tables are not long enough. It's so small. I know that was a very small one in particular, but... Magazine rack. Oh, that's true. There is like an actual magazine rack. That could pass as being the brochures that you all keep talking about. Maybe this could have information about all the different ports. Okay. I like that. We need to get some plants. I haven't decorated these counters yet at all. I think a rug in this area would be good too. This is really difficult. All the different fees. Yeah, the magazines are there to tell you about all the different fees that you're going to be charged. In the ski lodge that we just built, I put one of those little book things. Which I thought was kind of nice because I keep yawning. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna make all of you yawn, which is so annoying of me. I'm so sorry. But I did put one of those little paper book things because I liked the idea of pretending that the place had some physical records. But on this cruise ship, it's probably not physical. It's all very updated, isn't it? I don't know. Hammer, Lacey, FFG, thank you for the subs. Susie, I caught the yawn. I'm so sorry. The thought of yawning makes you yawn. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe... I don't know. Book with a pen? Well, that's what I was just saying, KK, is I used that book in the other hotel that I built, but I don't think I want to use it here. I'm not sure, though. This is so bad. There's so much, it's not... You know what it is? It's not grand enough. Maybe it needs to be marble on the floor or something really fancy like that. Even if it's just in this little entryway. If it was a really fancy marble. Maybe the whole first floor can be fancy marble. Because I could see that happening. Them having a really nice, fancy entrance atrium sort of vibe. Well, this is really annoying. This is very annoying to place, isn't it? Red carpet by the entry. Ooh, I don't like, here's the problem. I hate the color red. So I probably wouldn't use a red carpet. It's just, this is so weird. The whole ship is so weird because there's so many like random things happening on this boat. Like we've got this fancy marble and then you cut to like bowling alley and kids room entrance right next to it, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I mean, this is what happens sometimes in these lots. Like when you look at like a real life cruise ship, they have all kinds of funky different vibes happening in the different parts of the ship. So it isn't unrealistic. Maybe we can have like fancy paneling on this bottom floor. Think I missed the hallway? No, I missed part of this front part. I stopped. But otherwise I got it. In certain lights it looks the same. The new Lux Kit wallpaper. Oh, that's an idea. I was picturing this one from the base game, but that's very similar to the new kit. Isn't it? You can't even see it. Oh, that's very grand. Very interesting. You like the base game one better? It looks more cruisy. Oh, do you think? I don't know. I feel like I want to get, I'm not really feeling all that excited about any of these. Like, not a single one of these wallpapers is really speaking to me. I don't think that all the white is a good thing, but I don't really know what to do to... There's one missing tile under the counter. Oh yeah. It could be more blue and gold. I don't know. This is what the blue wallpaper looks like. I think that in general, this wallpaper doesn't fit the vibes. I think that we need to, you know, I like the idea of the marble, but there's so much, I'm trying to like bring back this wood accent color because we have like the wood in this. I think I want to use the wood. I think I need the wood. I don't think I like it being this fancy. I don't know. It's not, I don't think I like it. I think the wood is better because it draws on this part of the windows. You like the wallpaper? You know, the wallpaper is bugging me a lot, specifically with how it's looking by some of the like windows and stuff. And like, I don't know. I think it looks weird on this wall. I'm just struggling with this a lot. This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Crap and Livid and Hammer, thank you for the subs. Can't you do marble and wood? Like what, downstairs? I don't really want to. I tried that first and I didn't like it. It was wood and then marble and wood and then marble and now back to wood. But I didn't like the marble combined with the wood, so. Okay. Yeah, this is a more modern library, I think, or more modern lobby, sorry. I think it's kind of screaming too traditional with this wallpaper. I don't think that it's working for us. I'm okay with bringing in some blue. I need to be a little bit careful about where and how much, because we do have a different color of chair in most of these places. Interesting. I don't think that's, I don't know. Does that look good down the hallway? It might be kind of good. And then we could use like a darker blue accent color in a couple places, like maybe on this wall and on this wall. Or I could just do the gray, I guess. Hospital vibes. Oh, that's a very mean thing to say. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Do you actually think so? Doesn't have boat vibes at all. No boat vibes. I think this is better. I don't know. Okay. I think that brings in some color that was much needed as well. I am genuinely like hating this lobby. I don't think I'm gonna finish this today. It might be in our best interest to stop and then come back next time we play anyway. I was planning on finishing this on Friday, like the whole build on Friday, or oh, on Saturday, never mind, I said Saturday. So we may have to come back and finish it that day. But that's, honestly, we have a lot of progress made. We finished this whole floor. It's just this floor and some finishing touches, so. Forgot the walls on this side of the bowling alley? I did. Counter could be a different color. Oh, I liked how it matched the wood. You don't? I wish the hospitals I stayed in had a bowling alley. You know what? That would be nice. They should consider that, honestly. Might be a fun addition. Dark brown? No, we've used a lot of this lighter toned wood everywhere because it's what matches the yellow and the circles. We're unfortunately tied to what these circles look like because there's not a lot of options, so. Nothing heals more than bowling. Funny, thank you for the 14 months. Ugh. I can't say I personally agree, but sure. I mean, I personally hate bowling so much, but you know. All right, maybe this is a good stopping point then. Well, fresh eyes next time will help with the lobby part. And then we've got the upstairs to do. The suite, the decks, the spa, and the restaurant. Is what to do next. Okay. This is gonna be a 4-stream build. Forgot the wall next to the kids' door. Oh, you mean this one? I think I was planning on letting that be white and plain white. I don't know. I think I like a better plain white. Not sure though. We'll have to see. All right. All right, I gotta stop. This is too much. We need fresh eyes next time we play. Okay, so tomorrow we're playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. And there's actually an update coming out tomorrow for Dreamlight Valley. So we'll be live in the morning. I always stream in the morning on Wednesdays, so we'll be doing that. And then on Thursday, I'm planning on playing The Sims 3. But my cat is having a dental exam and a tooth extraction on Thursday, and because of that, she has to be put under anesthesia, and to be honest, I'm probably gonna be too anxious to stream. She's gonna be back home by the time I'm supposed to go live, but I don't know. May or may not be live on Thursday. We'll see what's going on and how Snappy is doing, and if I can like make her sit with me or something, but I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't stream, I don't know. I'll let you know how things go though. Frankie is also being spayed on Thursday, so it's like the cat surgery day. It wasn't supposed to happen like this, but they had an opening, so they're like, hey, do you want Snappy to come in on Thursday too instead of in October? And I was like, yes. And now there's a stuff pack trailer and my cat's gonna be having surgery and I'm just really stressed out about it. big trip to the vet though. Amy, thanks for the sub gift to Amy. I really appreciate that. And I think on that note, I'm gonna go find someone to raid. If you guys missed it, there was a whole bunch of pretty big Sims announcements today. I did make a YouTube video talking about the video they posted and like going over all those announcements. If you want to like hear my reactions, it's a long video. It's like 30 minutes long, but if you're curious, I did make a video on it where I went over all that stuff. You could also watch their video, like the one that they posted is 15 minutes long and mine is 30. So if you want, you can watch theirs and get all the same information. And then you don't have to watch my whole long video. But if you want to watch mine, that's good too. And I will see you all tomorrow in the morning because we will be playing a little bit of Disney Dreamlight Valley. How about this? I think I might go and raid. My friend Griffey is live. Oh my god, look at the kitty! Sorry to unmute you. Okay, obviously I know where to go. I need to see the cat cam. My friend Griffey is live building a house for the Roomies household in Oasis Springs. I did that once and then I hated it so much that I gave up and didn't finish it. So I'd like to see what Griffey is doing because their builds are usually pretty good. So go over and say hi for me. I will catch you all tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning, and I'll see you later, okay? Okay, have a great evening, everybody. Thanks, bye. I'm gonna leave now, bye. And stop the